to episode 494 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for June 21st, 2025. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson, with Ms. McCo is Dominic Stallworth. What's going on, Dominic?
Man, it's been going. Summer is here. We had some hot days, man. It's been raining, man. It's like, God damn. Well, what's the first day of summer? What's officially the first day of summer?
Good question.
But anyway, like I felt like Darren, you had your months, man. You had the end of March, April, and May to do all this raining, and
then yesterday was the first day of summer, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah. All this time to do raining, and then you just start like right before summer, about to officially start. It's like, oh, we're just gonna make it rain while it's humid. It's like, yeah, all the time to rain when it didn't have to be humid.
Bad.
It didn't have to be humid. Like, you had all that time during April and May when it was all good. It's like, yeah, have it rain, but at least it's not humid. But no, you want to rain when it's humid, and it's just awful. It's just awful. It's make you hate the world. But anyway, yeah, man, I was gonna get right into it, man. Get right into sports. My Orioles, it's like they're trying to fight back to be semblance of a baseball team, and June has been a better month than the other months, but it's just like because they lost so many goddamn games those months, it's like anything that goes wrong, it just feels even worse. It's like even worse, and like recently they were up 8-0 and they lost the freaking game, 12-8. It's like, what the hell happened? Luckily they tied the series, which it's good, but then it's like, oh, we didn't move though. We already were when we came in the series. I was like, man, we had a chance to take 3 games from this team, man. And in reality, we did pretty good that first game too, I think. And we had a chance, but we didn't do it. But but at least we tied it. We played against the Yankees. We did beat the Yankees the first game. Yankees have been on the skid though. They've been losing some games in a row. They're still number 1 in the East, but they only have, as I'm doing this podcast, they only have a game and a half above the next team. I want to say, or they did have a game and a half as of actually probably before yesterday's game. But anyway, now the O's, as I'm doing this podcast, they're playing. They're down 3-0, but it's still early. So hopefully they come back. But like, I think get 2 out of 3 against the Yankees, that's good. Like, I feel like that's good. So get 2 of these games and work it. I mean, they are still in it. Like, they're not like totally out because it's so early in the season. And technically, at one point, I think I saw the O's with just 6 something games out from the wild card. So it's like,
wow,
yeah, we're still early. So luckily we're still early, and we do got players. Even though what we were mad about was with pitching. So it's like, I feel like we're almost at the point where we're kind of, I don't know if we're at the point of the at-bats that we want to be. Like, the bats are actually better. They are better than what they were. But what's going to remind us is that, oh yeah, our pitching is going to be questionable going forward. So yeah, it makes it really bad that we lost a lot of these games ahead of time. I'm just hoping like we can just get some wins, man. Just get on a roll and just like really get back into it. I was hoping by like All-Star break, like we're at least close to 500, man. Like we're just like single digit games away from being 500, like maybe 4 or 5. Anyway, other than that, NBA still happening. By the time you hear this, NBA championship is done, and we'll see who wins. For me, it doesn't really matter who wins. Like, both these teams getting there is great. Great for those cities. Great. I think it's great for basketball overall. Like, as for just basketball fan, I'm not talking about money or ratings because it has nothing to do with me. I don't get anything from that. But as like just if you're just a basketball fan, like just of the game of basketball, this is good. I mean, this is good. I said, like, even if you like either like a Laker fan or something like that. I mean, because it's like your team winning all the time is not going to help the sport. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not. It's good. It helps that they're competitive. Yes, it does. but it doesn't help if they just keep on kind of time because then it's like people are not going to watch. And just having a fan of just one team cannot sustain the whole league. You need teams to be competitive at least. Other teams to be competitive, other markets to know that they have a chance. Like seeing this now, like New York. I mean, they had a chance to get there, and like New York always think it differently. It's like, yeah, they're a huge market, but I never seen them win. I never seen them win. They haven't won since the 70s, and only won one NBA championship. So it's like it's so weird for me. Like they like, wow, this is a New York team that actually hasn't really been successful in a major sport. So I was actually okay with them going, but man, Indiana beat them again. Just like they did years ago in the 90s with Reggie Miller. So man, I mean, we're going to see who can do this. I know Halliburton is somewhat hurt. But he did still play well that last game. Indiana still came out through, but I think the Thunder might just win it though. Now they're going to be home. And I just feel like maybe I'm wondering if Halliburton injury is going to either catch up with him or anything. I'm not sure. I just think Thunder will win this game. But if Indiana wins, that's great. I just want it to be a good game. I definitely want it to be a good game. I don't want to be, like I was telling my friends, I just don't want it to be like the team that wins, they're sitting their people in the fourth quarter, because they up so big. I don't want that. What else is going on in sports? I think hockey is over. Don't tell me who won. I don't even know who even played in it. Honestly, I don't even know who was it.
I think I had seen who won.
Oh, okay. It was a Canadian team?
No.
Oh. Was it a Southern team?
It was.
Oh, Southern, yes. But all the players are from Canada, so it doesn't matter.
Probably, yeah.
What else? Oh, yes. I don't know if I mentioned it last podcast, but the DC Defenders are your UFL champions. Huh?
Crazy.
Yeah, they were. Yes, they are your UFL champions. They have won. I wish they should have won like the 2 years ago when it was just when they were in the XFL, man. Like they lost to a team that was under 500 who shouldn't even been there. But yes, they finally did win. So yeah, DC has won a championship, a national championship in football, man. It's crazy. But good for that team, man. Like that overall, like I watched some of their games this year. I saw some of the championship game. Like they were already winning by time because I forgot the time, and I was like, oh man, this game's doing. And I might even look back at it just to see it. Yeah, man. They had the quarterback they got like for this league. He's all right. If I'm comparing to the NFL, it's no comparison. It's not even more point in me doing that. But it's like, I see the mistakes. But I see mistakes on all the quarterbacks in that league. With that, like either overthrowing or missing people or stuff like that. But it was a high scoring game. It turned out, but yeah, DC came through, and yeah, man. I mean, that's good. I wonder how the XFL is doing. Like, the UFL is doing this year. Like, I'm curious. Like, is the either the numbers are up or are they good? Like for them,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm wondering about that. I know I do hate this. I hate hearing. I hate this in all sports, but especially like the new sport, like the UFLs. Like I guess they're trying to get people to watch, so you can get gamblers to watch because you get people to want to spend their money and just gamble and stuff. And so they always keep saying, "Hey, now that this team scored, now they have a differential of blah 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 to win the game." And I'm like, come on, I hate this. And you see this in the other sports, and I hear a lot of fans say this too, who are like so even people like to say, hey, I'm not against gambling, but I also didn't expect to keep hearing the announcers or them keep cutting in to say like, oh, what's the point spread now during the game? That is fucking annoying as hell. And yeah, it's crazy how the world we in now, like where sports were all very against gambling, and now they just accepted it. And oh my fucking god, the Yankees have bases loaded with nobody out. And this
Jesus.
guy has a 3-1 count. He might even get walked in for a fucking run.
Oh,
God damn it.
no.
Damn it. I can't wait. I hope we win tomorrow. All right. So all right. So what's going on in wrestling world, man?
Wrestling, I'll just go through it real quick. We're leading up to the pay-per-view next weekend, Night of Champions. That's coming to us from Saudi Arabia. So I think that's going to be, for us, a daytime kind of thing. Not totally sure what day it'll be on for us then. But kind of the big things there, John Cena versus CM Punk. You also have the King and Queen of the Ring finals. Looks like the men's is going to be Randy Orton versus either Jey Uso or Cody Rhodes. I wouldn't be surprised if that's Cody Rhodes. And then the women's is Asuka versus, I don't know who is going. It's Roxanne Perez or somebody else from Raw. I can't remember. Excuse me. It's Jade or Roxanne Perez. That's honestly kind of a toss up. I don't know who they would go with there. I mean, the obvious money is on Jade, but I'm not totally sure if they'll actually go with that. Liv Morgan actually got injured, and it sounds like she's going to be out for 6 months due to a shoulder injury. So right now she's one half of the women's tag team champions.
Oh man.
But Roxanne might get like her spot because she's sort of in the Judgment Day. So they could do like the free bird rule thing.
Was it Liv? Did she go to the Fanatics event?
I don't know, honestly. I've seen some stuff from the Fanatics event, including Tom Brady doing a Cody Rhodes
I saw my
entrance.
quarterback, and I saw the young quarterback. So I saw like it was like Peyton Manning, Caleb Williams, Jane Daniels, and somebody else.
Yes,
I just saw
young
Caleb Williams
quarterback Peyton Manning.
Yeah, well, I was talking about Jane Daniels and Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
But yeah, because they were on a panel all together. I was like, oh, they're all together, so that's cool.
What did they tell me to bet on?
Yeah, well, that's what somebody was saying. There's those jokes about that too. Yeah, I'm gonna look up to see if there's a video of that. What'd you say?
Feels so that whole thing still feels so kind of grimy.
It feels grimy. Oh, well, see, I always associate Fanatics with just fan stuff. I didn't even realize about the gambling. Like I never, like I'm sure I heard them, but I just didn't really think about it.
Fan stuff sounds kind of grimy, you know, with the basically like somehow monopolizing jerseys everywhere, and then.
Oh yeah, well, see, I didn't see. Yeah, that kind of stuck up on me with that. I didn't like. Now that I'm hearing it all the time, it's like, wow, yeah, it's kind of weird because it's like, even though it says Nike is like, but their Lab Fanatics make the jerseys, so they're kind of sharing profit, and it's like, yeah, it's a weird relationship thing with Fanatics that they kind of get their hands into everything. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a little something.
Like they snuck up out of nowhere somehow, and it feels insidious because of that. Like, how does a company, just come out of nowhere and then become literally the biggest thing in trading cards and sports uniforms?
Like anything with sports entertainment, like anything with sports.
Exactly. Just it seems weird. I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on in wrestling. AEW did their show in Mexico, and it sounds like that was a pretty good show. I've only gotten to through a quarter of that show so far, though, so don't have anything to say about it right now.
All right. Oh, that's it?
Yep.
All right. I'm sorry about that. I'm about to turn this game off because it's ugly now.
Oh no.
I know it's 6-zip now. So I guess the Orioles will do for a big comeback. But I mean, it's all right. So I guess we get to what we're watching, but I haven't really watched anything. I'm trying to think of something that I watched that's new. I think I caught up with Duster. I think it's only this week's one I haven't seen.
Oh, okay.
I did watch like just one episode of the White House Plumbers. And I think I only watched about 2 or 3 of them. but yeah, I mean, it was funny. Yeah, it was funny what I seen. Like it's a hilarious take on that whole like situation. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you should give it a chance. I mean, I know you're saying because you have a hard time watching stuff because you were doing it because you're working out.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I'm just saying that,
that's motivation, right? Is like to go back to doing that and watching
yeah.
something.
But
So.
I'm just saying that it's not. Yeah, I mean, I know you were feeling. I'm just saying that like if like I'm not telling you to go like watch it even if you're about to watch something, like you can watch something else. But I'm just saying that I think you would like it. I think you'll actually like it.
Okay. I mean, I've just been in such a bad habit of like I'll find myself watching something on YouTube more often than like an actual,
I mean, me
developed
too, man.
something.
Me
And
too.
part of that, yeah,
I just force myself to. And the reason why it makes it easier for me to not watch something on YouTube, especially if it's TV, because they have commercials.
yeah,
So that because one time I was watching something that was kind of interesting on YouTube. So, oh man, it's nice. Commercial came up. Dude, I lost interest. I said, fuck it.
yeah,
And because I do have the Google Chrome, not, and they don't call it stick, they call it something else now.
yeah,
But I do have that, and where I can get on my phone, which does have like a blocker up there,
right,
and just do it. But then I was like, I don't feel like going through that right now. Um, and yeah, I mean, the thing would be like, hey, just pay for it, but I don't want to pay for it.
yeah.
But so like I wish it was a like if Google had a thing where like I'm surprised I have a bundle. I'm surprised I don't have a
Yeah.
bundle. Like it kind of pisses you off that they don't. Because like, wait a minute, you gonna make me pay for no ads in YouTube separate from the music, and then you can't at least have a bundle
They
with.
do have something for the music and the YouTube, I think.
Well, they sure never advertise at me. Every time I see it's always separate.
Yeah. I think that's the problem is they don't do a good job of advertising like what quote unquote perks you get from that kind of stuff.
Like or at least or the Google Drive and say like, hey, you get Google Drive, you also get free ads on like on
Yeah.
YouTube at least
Yeah,
or something like that.
it's not a if you buy the Google Drive stuff, you get the thing, but you can definitely buy them as like a package together and it's slightly cheaper because that's what I'm actually doing right now because I had to increase my Google storage again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you get Google. How about YouTube TV is separate though, right?
Not YouTube TV. I've got YouTube Premium, so like ad free stuff, but I don't have the YouTube TV stuff at all. The TV stuff sounds like it's just basically as expensive as anything else cable
Yeah,
nowadays.
I mean that makes sense. I just feel like if you do get YouTube TV, I think YouTube. If you get YouTube TV, you should get YouTube Premium.
Absolutely, I absolutely
That
agree
should
with
just
that.
come with it because it's like yo, I'm paying for like a premium kind of like TV service thing here. It's
Yeah,
like you might as well just let me not have ads on your goddamn YouTube.
right. Because I'm gonna be watching commercials on the YouTube TV.
Exactly. All right. Where we at? So yeah, so I mean I watched so I haven't really watched anything brand new. The next movie like I'm gonna see probably most likely will be Superman. When does Fantastic Four come out?
Right around the same time. I think they're within a couple of weeks of each other because Superman comes out in July, right?
Yeah, it's a single digit day.
Yeah.
I want to say
I think it comes out like the week after or something. It's like the 11th or
wow. So it's really so the dude was right. He was really that close. Goodness gracious. I hope he kicks their ass. Kicks their family's ass. Sorry.
Okay, sorry, the 25th. It's not that close.
Okay, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into video games, man. Let's get what we've been playing. So let me just go ahead. Actually have more games. I just put Fire Break just for I remember, and now I'm going to forget the other games I played. So I played the new game Fire Break. It like we were talking about like, oh, PlayStation's going to have a game for free, but I didn't know Game Pass was going to have it. So I was like, yay! So I don't have to just like try to stream it from your PlayStation if I wanted to play it or not. Uh, so I did download on my PC, and it runs okay, even though it does come up and say, "Oh, your GPU won't be able to probably do some features and blah blah blah." But when I played, man, it ran perfectly. Now it doesn't probably look the best,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look horrible. I gotta see what it actually looks like then, because playing it, I don't think it looks horrible. Like
Yeah.
like it looks okay. I mean, I guess I can say it kind of looks like almost like what Control looked like running on a 970, which is all right. It could be better. But it's probably a little less because it's a multiplayer type of game, so it has to wants to run well. Yeah, because it ran consistently. I never had any like it. Yeah, it ran. I can say that it ran consistently while playing with people. I never had any problems like it stuttering or anything like that. So I was like, oh, okay. That's good. So yeah, as far as that, it did run well. So I played it about 2 times. It was on the same stage. Because I want to go a different stage, but I accidentally hit okay on the same one. Like, because first I tried to get on the next stage, it wasn't finding anybody. Because I tried it last night, and then I ended up hitting again. I didn't realize I picked the same stage I had already played before, and I played with one other person. It wasn't three, but the first time I played, I was actually the third person to come in, and so I came in each time, not the beginning. So this game, it doesn't have a tutorial, really, like in a sense of like, hey, we're going to teach you how to play the game, like do like a dummy game or something like that, and teach you how to play. Yeah, I just went in, so I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing. I kind of figured it out that with my wrench, if I was like, okay, it shows like a wrench icon. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to hit this with my wrench. I mean, unless it says like do something else with it. And yeah, I said okay. It builds something up that can shoot like water bubbles at the zombie monsters, whatever those things supposed to be. And this is and that kind of reminded me that because I obviously forgot that Fire Brick was based off of the Control, right? It's from Control. And I forgot that. So when I was looking at it, I was like, hey, the way these enemies are coming up is like those things I saw in Control. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute, it was those multiplayer things. So this must be it. So like you have 3 different types of characters you pick. I picked the fixer. One of the guy on my group, we had 2 fixers, and there was one guy who had the freaking fire hose. I forgot what the other guy was. The other character is, but so I'd never seen them. So I don't know what they do. I gotta see what they do. But anyway, I know the fires go. I think he can heal you because you get under fire, like because you can get on fire and stuff like in this game, and you can run to like some safe thing, like like you be in like some type of science lab and say, "Oh no, I got chemicals on me. I gotta run and get the water splash on me," or when you're on a job site, like where you have stuff that goes wrong and like gotta get water on you. That's how like you heal. Like figuring things out. That's the only problem I had was that, but it wasn't really too punishing with it. Like you died, you just come back. You just come from a safe room that you even unlocked or something like that. And but because like at one point in the game, it was like that you have to do things like I see because I'm not really following what the guy's saying. I know he's saying like, hey, we gotta stop cool this furnace or something down or something like that. So we have to do some things. So it's like us was trying to figure out like what we're supposed to do. I look like one dude probably already knew what to do because he probably played it before. So like I knew like, oh, are we supposed to pick up something? I don't know how I'm supposed to place this thing here or something like that. Like I was trying to figure it out, but keep dying because thing is it will be like some type of heat wave or a fire wave that happens. Oh no, a fire wave happening. And then I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do? Because first I didn't know what was going on and I was just dying. I was like, why am I dying? And then I realized like, oh, the big furnace thing was blowing a whole bunch of fire. You're supposed to get behind something. And I did. I got behind something. I was still dying because apparently that's not the thing I'm supposed to get behind. I guess like it was certain things like that thing. The fire was going through it or something, and like that was getting frustrating until I realized, okay, I kind of know what to do. I was playing on normal mode. Yeah, so you get a weapon like you can choose different weapon like either shotgun, a machine gun, pistol, I think I started with a shotgun. That changed to a machine gun. I think on the next time I played, I just basically just used a shotgun. It has that leveling up kind of system going with it too. Like, hey, how you did, and then you can get new stuff. You know what to do with games. You know to keep you playing now. Like nothing can be just Left 4 Dead where you just just go play for fun. You still playing for fun, but it's just that. And look, I get it. I like me that I like it too. Like sometimes, like, oh yeah, I leveled up or something like that. But then you realize, like, I don't want to feel like I have to. Oh, I want this item, but I have to keep playing. I don't. I just want a game where it's just built around the actual level, like Left 4 Dead is. Like I just want a game like Left 4 Dead, honestly. But
Yeah.
not hating on this game. I mean, I'm not. I'm like so far, it's okay. The 2 times I played it, I haven't played it enough to really judge it. I told my friends to try it out, to download it just to see how they like it. Um, yeah, because I never played from the start. Because every time I join, I always join when it's already. I mean, it started. I mean, I only played twice. And it doesn't look like I don't know if this game even has single player. I didn't see a choice for it, so I don't know if you can just go in. I mean, I'm sure you can go in by yourself and just wait for people to join, but I
Yeah.
don't know. And then maybe there is a
No
private
bots
one.
or
I mean,
anything like that.
yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's bots. Man, I have to look. I have to look at the menu. It seems really basic, and I'm wondering if this does this cost money, and how much it costs. It's got to be like $30, right?
I
If it
don't
costs, if
know.
it costs
I
anything,
assume it costs money because it's both on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus. So I would imagine,
it's just not. It's just
elsewhere.
not a free to play game, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Like the only
say
time like
Fired
Game
Break.
Pass really like
On Steam, it's
some
$40.
$40. I guess in this new age, that's the new 30. I don't know. 40 is the new 30.
That is the new 30, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I keep telling myself too, Dominic.
So yeah, 30 $40. I mean, maybe. I mean, yeah, it's not a full price game, but I'm just saying that, like, just for the levels I saw you can pick 3, but I think each one has a different type of clearance. I think I'm on like I was trying to pick something in like level 2 of the same level and said, "Oh, you don't have it." And I wondered, like, is it something you got to
Okay.
level up to? I don't know. And I honestly just want to know what the fuck I'm doing. And I was like, why are we doing? Why are we fighting these things? Where are these things we fighting here? That's what I kind of want to know. That's what I was like, yeah, because that's one thing I like in Left 4 Dead. Like, yes, Left 4 Dead threw you in, but it was a story told while you were playing. In this, it maybe it is, but at least maybe I came at this at the wrong time. But I don't know. And yeah, I did see somebody complain about like, oh man, like the stages were short. And like I said, I came in kind of they already started. Now, I don't know how far like they got. Maybe I wasn't that far from the beginning. Because when they
Mm,
because I played it, it was like it was a good amount only because we didn't know what we were doing. I mean, at least 2 of us didn't. It seemed like we didn't know.
yeah.
But and also because we were dying and stuff like that. But thing is, I'm wondering like if we knew what we were doing, it would have gone faster. And maybe I wasn't that far from the beginning, really. And if that was then I agree that particular stage was short. I don't know about the other ones, so I'm gonna give it a chance. Because I like this type of games. I like this join and like where you don't. I mean, yeah, it definitely works. It works better if you do talk with people. But you can get by. You can get by with it without doing that because that's what I'm going to do. Because now the internet has scared me, Daniel. I mean, I was when I first was joining Daniel, I was okay talking, but then when that first dude yelled at me and called me names, Daniel, it shocked me. And when I heard people say the N word, I did not know people did talk like that anymore, Daniel. They told me that was in the past. Told me that was all in the past.
Yeah, they
That
ended
people
racism, I
that
thought.
this is not a racist country, and the internet has really like voice chat has really shocked me. Like the Xbox chat rooms of the Call of Duty days, they have scared me to be like, oh, thank God for private chat. When they had when they when they had freaking group chat. Oh my God, that was a game changer. It's like, oh, this is beautiful. Because I used to be like being used to be in private chat, or I'll be private chat with Foot or something, and it's like you only can be with one other person. So it's like, say, we joining a group, so we got go in these rooms and just hope these guys are okay.
Endure.
Let's hope these are nice dudes over here. But yeah, now the group chat is like, oh, now you got Discord, which we're trying to get used to it. We're old millennials trying to learn what the hell the stuff is. But yeah, it's yeah, I'll give this game some more shot. I've been playing a lot of Borderlands 3 also. I know I played actually with this other character, because the one character I'm using, I'm kind of using cheats with. So I was like, I'm not going to use that character for the public. And I'm going to use this other character that I have for the public places. So I used that one, and I joined somebody's match, and they were playing one of the DLCs, it seemed like. And where you don't have to, I think you only have to be it's a recommended level, and I was a recommended level anyway, so that's why I was able to join. And it was fun playing that, and I couldn't get all the story. It was kind of because we started in the middle of wherever that story was. It seemed like some type of Western theme kind of thing going on here with this. That's kind of interesting. And like they got new vehicles and stuff in it too and stuff. I was okay, it's interesting. But yeah, having fun, like just shooting around with those guys and things of that nature. Like, I mean, shooting and looting and like this, and that was all cool. Doing that, and I know what that game does run well, and because I was wondering, because like remember you was watching when we was fixing my computer, it's like, hey, it runs well. And then when I said last week, I said, man, the game wasn't running well, and now I know why, because the cheats I use is making it not run well, and that's why. And I was like, but I will suffer through the cheats thing because I want the cheats. I will suffer through that. So it's just good that playing multiplayer. And when as I want to record, I have the cheats off. I'll just have to play like a normal person. And but then if I'm not recording, I'll just turn it back on. But no, because it's really not the cheats, it's the service, because like this is the Game Pass version, so the only kind of trainers or cheats that's available, even like Cheat Engine, is like the Steam or maybe Epic Store version. And I guess nobody must feel like doing a Game Pass specific version, or maybe it's hard. I don't know. But this thing called Redbod, which is like it opens up its own has its own launcher, everything. Thing is, but thing is, I funny that maybe just certain games it causes problems. I don't know, because I never really had a problem in some other games. But now thinking back at some games I did, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it could have been that red bar that maybe the game would have ran better. And like, yeah, because people are pissed. I mean, anybody likes cheats like me, like they hate that scene. They hate the scene of like, even though they're free, but they have it like, oh, but you can buy this and you can have a nice overlay
tearing off of it.
Your game, and then you can do this. And then they always make the excuse of like, hey, if you don't want it, you don't have to buy it, and blah blah blah. It's like, oh my God, whatever. But yeah, it is that's what was causing it, and that kind of sucked because I was looking at my CPU, and then I just turned the cheats off. I saw that thing just drop. I was like, oh my God, it was this all the time. I say no. Let's say, but yeah. All right. I'm Unicorn Overlord. I'm still on the last island, the Angel Island. I'm kind of getting close to finishing that, but I'm doing a whole lot of extra stuff, like when you do give your people in your party either gifts, or you have dinner with them or something at at the shop or something, because you gain, or fight with them. If you fight with them, you gain like a I don't know what they call it, but it's like a heart thing you get with them. And it's like, I guess I wonder if they give did it get more powerful with you? I don't know, but I know it unlocks for some characters, it unlocks like a little story thing to unlock where you can see the characters talking to each other somewhere. And I'm kind of doing that, going through that. It's because some of those things are pretty funny, and some of them are really sentimental. But thing is, it's a lot of them, and I'm getting tired of sentimental ones. Like the funny ones I like because they're hilarious. The sentimental ones are all like, oh, my father, he died, blah blah blah, and but I want to live on. I said, oh, come on, this guy told me a story about his mom doing the same, like this in another way. It's like, come on, man, I'm tired of hearing the damn same story. It's like it's nice, but it's like a billion of them, and it's like, and I'm kind of like a completionist. It's like I gotta. It's like I want to stop myself, but I can't. I gotta look. I gotta read them all. I just, but I kind of figure like I see where it's going. Like if I see it's really this kind of sad thing going, I kind of just click through real fast, read a couple words, and be like, okay, now they're happy. But yeah, I'm kind of like I did all the Coliseum. Like I finished the Coliseum. I played through the hardest boss, and yeah, like someone says, like you don't have to be their level. Like as long as you have the right guys in the group to go against wherever they are, like their affinity, like it you can win. And I was like, okay, so that was it got to be it got easier once I figured out like what things it were. But I do like that I didn't know. Like initially going in, I mean, unless you like initially going in, like I don't know if I'm gonna win, like how it is in the battles outside where you click on the enemy and show like, oh, this enemy's gonna be tough. I might need to have like another group with me. And this one, you're gonna only have that group and they won't tell you what they are. And like I said, it might be on a harder level of difficulty where the actual game is probably like that also. But I like that idea of like knowing that I don't know if I'm gonna beat this group or not. But I do know like this, my guy right here can usually beat that guy, but they have somebody to cancel him out. So it's like I have to kind of manage and sometimes the higher level does work out for them in a way. But yeah, that was fun doing that. But yeah, the game that I said, still having fun with it. It's like I still have I'm close to the end. Probably still have ways to go just because of all the extra stuff I still want to do. But yeah, I really enjoyed. What else have I played? I played this weeks ago, and because I do have video of it, I don't think I ever posted it. It was this cat game that came out on Game Pass. It's been out. It came out last year, I want to say.
Okay.
But I don't remember it, and it's
what style game are we talking?
It's like an over the top action RPG, and maybe he's a roguelite style, I guess. Let me go get back here. Crypt Custodian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I had played some of that, and it seemed really nice. It seemed like really cool. And I'm thinking like, oh, it's a new game, and then I saw like, oh no, it came out in 2024. It's just new up here, and
yeah,
I was a little upset because I was like, damn it, I ain't recording a new game. But anyway, I was playing. I did like what I played of it. You play as a cat who goes to well, you start off either you go into hell. I guess their version that whatever version of hell this is supposed to be, or heaven. But like, thing is, like, yeah, the thing says like, oh, you died, and I think you died because you got a car ran in front of a car, but you were like a normal cat apparently, and so the whatever guy was following, they told me to hey, just go beat the some supreme being or something that's supposed to tell me where I'm supposed to go, like if I'm allowed to go to that heaven, or I guess send me to the hell, I guess. But they don't call heaven and hell, they call something else. So I'm going, and then it's all these like vases, kind of like Zelda. So I'm just breaking them, that's what everybody does, right? You break the vases. And so when I got to the custodian person, they were telling me all the good I did and stuff like that. Here you go. So I see here that you broke my statues and my and stuff. So nope. You gotta go. And thing is, I was wondering, it's like, so what if I didn't break any? But then I remembered that there was a place where you had to get to, you had to break them. So you was gonna have to break some anyway. So that's why you're in this part, and your job now is to clean this area forever. Custodian. That's why you got this broom, and your broom is basically your weapon. But most people things end up just stopping cleaning because they stay there forever anyway. They said like, "What the fuck I'm cleaning for?" So yeah, so you kind of going through these dungeons and stuff, and I guess you're just trying to find your way. And like, I do see that person again because like it's a bar, and I see that person come to the bar. She say, "Oh, say yeah, I come here, just to see what the con folk do sometimes, something like that, like drinking, um, and stuff like that." But yeah, I just started, so I don't know where the story goes from there. But I'm just guessing you're trying to find your way to get out this area or find out like what's the story because you see statues of this woman. Well, not woman. Well, I think she is a female. I don't know what the fuck she is. But you see others being and like I guess you're gonna find out like why she is what she is, why she's so strict, and like why she just had people just cleaning this part of the dungeon. Like, what is this world and stuff like that. So yeah, it was interesting. I saw I got decent reviews for the game too. So maybe I'll come back. I don't know because now I know Lost in Random, the Eternal Die came out. I just downloaded just to play to see if it can run. And I was wondering if like this name sounds familiar, and I was like, oh, there is a Lost in Random game that had came out, and it got me kind of interested in trying that out now. That game, the first one. Now this is not. I mean, I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's like a sequel or just a side story of it or what, but I think it's actually I don't think the first one was like this game. I think the first one was a different type of game. Because this is like a isometric roguelite. Was that the first one? Was that?
I don't think so. I thought that was like a third person action.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just in that world, and they just made a different type of game that's in that same world. So,
cool.
so yeah, exactly. I know Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time, is on Game Pass now.
Yeah, I just saw that on there.
And the altars are on Game Pass now. And I did download it just to see if it run, and it did run. Because I remember trying the demo out. It was on 970, so I'm just mad because I could look so much better. But yeah, I downloaded it and just got to the part where I just got to the base, and I said, and this is before the cheats came out, so I said I'll wait till the cheats come out, just in case I get frustrated and then put some on. Yeah. But yeah, that's really all I play. Oh, and baseball, I play some more baseball. I actually did a new my player for pitching, and I got picked by the White Sox for this, which is funny because that's what I got picked for when I was a woman last year when I did my player, and this time I'm a dude, and I chose to just go straight to the MLB instead of going to college, and I got picked up pretty fast because I was really good. So I'm thinking like yeah, if you're really good in the minors, you'll still get picked up a lot faster. And as a pitcher on a sucky team, I guess that's another reason I got picked up faster. Because I'm curious, because like I remember this was a long time ago, so I don't know if there was like a problem with the game, or the game was being a little realistic, or because they didn't have a need for me. I remember doing my player. I think it was back on the PlayStation 2 days when my player was kind of first coming about. I think it was like maybe 2 years maybe into my player being around, and like I wasn't getting pulled up to the major leagues fast enough, and I forgot what team I picked, but I know I was a player who was like of another good player, and it's like I guess they don't freaking need me. But I was like, darn, they can put me somewhere. It's like, can they put me up the other positions that I could play or something? Like side player? It's like, I don't know. So they had it kind of suck. I don't think I ever played till like maybe the end of the second year in my minors. And which in real life, that's a lot of players do. Some players don't come to they be in minors for years, Like for like maybe because all depends what time. Like they may come in at 18, but it's not a lot. Most people don't come to the majors at 18 or even 19. It's like I forgot what the average age was. But it's like, dude, like most people don't come before. Like, there's a lot of people who don't come before 21. So, it's it's not like basketball. It's not like basketball and football. they don't have a minor. Their minor league is the college. So it's like all the players who mostly come in football. Like I don't know anybody who came 20. There might have been 20 going on 21, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. So yeah, I mean 20 is probably the youngest you probably could possibly be in football, like NFL. All right. So that's it. So that's all I play. So what you been playing, man?
All right, so I've been playing a couple of things, more Mario Kart on the Switch 2, just doing knockout tour stuff. I really want to try that online and see how that goes. Donkey put out a new video about Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'm boycotting that video. I ain't watching no Mario Kart.
He had actually shown a really cool tactic because, you can rewind anywhere, but they showed off that, if you're in the middle of a race, you rewinding, everybody's still going to be going forward except you. So that could be detrimental. But what he was showing off is like using that to avoid like a blue shell if you're in first.
Oh, yeah. I saw that. Yeah. I mean, I watched the video. I was joking. I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think that's really cool. So I want to try some of that stuff. I'm still not like I figured out how to do the jump thing. I can't imagine myself using that too often, or even like riding the walls to do the grinding stuff is fine. The more like advanced techniques of like using that to then jump off the walls and take shortcuts and stuff, I don't know that I'm ever gonna get particularly good at.
Daniel, you bought the damn game. You better learn all that stuff.
I gotta master it.
Yeah.
Somebody had mentioned 200cc the other day, and I was like, "There's a 200cc in this." Because mostly, I think I've mentioned it, but mostly I've been playing in 50cc because, like, that's my daughter's been playing in that. But I have moved
her back. So you holding her back because you can't play. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want her to make me look bad. But I have been playing mostly in the 100cc and doing pretty good in that. So
yeah, I always thought it was just 150cc, 200.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I think I have to unlock 200cc. I don't know how to. I assume if I beat like all the cups in 150 or something like that, I can unlock 200. But we'll see if I ever get that far. Playing more Link's Awakening. Got back to that. Just I mentioned it before, but I think basically this is what I wanted this game to be. It runs so smoothly now. It's awesome. And, it was already a very good version of Link's Awakening, but now it's reached its like actual potential.
A good time destroying the game
these old games.
I'm very happy for you.
I mean, the thing about it is like, because the discourse around the Switch 2 right now is like it doesn't have a lot of games. But the reality, to me at least, is I've been asking for the Switch Pro. Like it's one of the few consoles where I was actually like actively wanting an upgrade to the hardware because the games that they were putting out were just not performing well enough on the hardware that they had. And it didn't seem like it was they're being lazy. It just seemed like, they had really low hardware when they launched, and it's only just showing its age even more day by day. And even if you classify this as the Switch 2 Pro, it's doing what I wanted the Switch 2 Pro to be doing. Obviously the game pricing, that's something that needs to be contended with, but so far I haven't paid $80 for a game. I got the Mario Kart with the bundle. Donkey Kong, if I buy that day one, that's not an $80 game. It's a $70 game, which is still, pushing it. But yeah, we'll talk about that later because they had a direct for that.
And and which I question even that, like, why is that 70 then? Why is that $70?
I'm interested to see where Nintendo goes with this. Like, what is Metroid Prime 4 going to be, right? Like, if that's a $70 game, I wonder if they're actually not that committed to this $80 price tag. But if it's an $80 game, then it's like, okay, yeah, they're just like, they see Donkey Kong as maybe like a lesser thing. But I can't imagine they see it as a lesser thing when it's being made by allegedly the the Mario Odyssey team, which is their best team they've got effectively.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't understand logic because I'm thinking like then what I see of Donkey Kong is like I want that more than Mario Kart.
Right. That looks like a full price game to you.
Yes. So I mean, Mario Kart is a full price game, but it's just not $80 game for me.
Right.
Like I don't care. Like I was like, oh, because they made an open world. I was like, get the fuck out of here. This open world's been made for y'all forever.
Yeah.
There's open worlds that have a whole lot of shit going on too in them. More and Mario Kart. Not that it's not. I mean, yes, it's. I mean,
it's kind of bare. Yeah.
It's kind of bare, but it's got some things that's really cool about it. But it's not to the point of saying like it's $80 good. Fuck no.
Yeah. See, I was interested because
I was thinking if Donkey Kong is 70, like if Donkey Kong is 70, I don't know why. I don't know why that's then I don't understand the whole pricing structure. Then I don't get it.
Right. I think it's. I would like to say it's motivation to get people to buy that bundle, but like, what would their incentive be to make people buy the bundle over just buying a Switch 2? Or do they think that bundle is going to push more people to buy a Switch than they would otherwise because they feel like they're getting, a deal or something like that? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird because I was thinking that Hyrule Warriors, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I was thinking the Switch 2 versions of those were $80, but it looks like those are $70. So if the only game available right now that's $80 is Mario Kart World, why is that the outlier? Why is that the one they chose to put all the cards behind, outside of the fact that it's, one of the best-selling games from the Wii? I guess I got to put my birthday in here for this, but I was going to say, what is Cyberpunk? Yeah, Cyberpunk 70 also. So, yeah, I wonder if this $80 price tag is the new normal, or...
Well, Cyberpunk is an argument for that. Well, I argue it's too high because I'm like, dude,
sure, it's an old game.
Come on, I don't care. It's playing on a Switch 2. I mean, and it's not going to look. It's not going to look the best. It's not going to be the. It's not going to look the best. It's going to look better than the PS4 and Xbox One versions. That's maybe that. But other than that, the game is old. So
yeah,
like that's not something to me to be like, oh, that's a good price. Like that's the opposite. It's like, yeah, I'm now if you're just talking about just pure game or something like that, then yeah. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like, man, I don't care. It's like you're doing a Switch tax on me, and I always thought Switch tax, man, that was a fucking horrible thing, man. It's like, dude, like, man, come on. I was like, now there are the costs. Like people are gonna say, like, oh, they put it all on a cartridge and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. Then don't. So I'll just, if that's the excuse, but that's not this. That's not it. That's not the reason.
But also that means make the digital version cheaper.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's not the reason. I was like, $70. That's
always going to be my thing. Is like, what are we doing?
I was here? like if Cyberpunk was a brand new game, then yeah, that's awesome. But it's a game that's been out for some time and it's been cheap. It's like you can get it. It's been sales on it.
Yeah. Now, I will say currently on Steam, it's more expensive to buy the PC version with Phantom Liberty than it is to buy this. But at the same time, because you're buying we don't have 2 version
permanent price drops anymore. That's why.
Yeah.
That's another issue. I mean,
but we are a month away from that game being
price
far lower than this one. Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll see a Steam every summer sale. Yeah, like all the sales that Steam have, and then every now and then it just go and sell, on its own. So it's like always one of those things like, just wait. It's going to go on sale. It's not going to like stay. I mean, everything now everything just don't stay low price. They always go to regular price, which I always hated. I hate that. It's like, dude, you say how you sold this game for like $5 and now it's back to 60. It's like, come on, man. It's like,
yeah.
like you can't have I can't see a game that was $5 before and think like, oh, I missed it. I'm going to pay 60.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna be like, no,
no.
I ain't.
I got that low before. I'll get there again.
Like, yeah. Or if you say something like, oh, we're not going to sell anymore. Well, I guess I missed out because I'll be damned. I know this game was $5 and I can't get it. And I can't get it for $5 or more? Hell no. Oh, but go ahead.
So, in addition to those, they're doing the Steam like Summer Fest. What do they call it? Next Fest stuff, where they put out a whole bunch of demos with that. Before I get into that, though, I had mentioned the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 demo being like locked behind a pre-order thing. After I talked about that last week, I actually noticed that it was also included on Game Pass. So I downloaded it.
I thought you knew it was on Game Pass.
No, I didn't realize. I know the game was coming to Game Pass, but I didn't realize the demo was coming to Game Pass.
That is totally my fault because I sometimes zone out. And I thought you were saying that even though it's on game, I thought you were saying even though it was on Game Pass that the game's going to be coming out in so many weeks that you're just going to wait. And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I was just thinking like, oh, I guess he just don't feel like playing now. So I guess he just. I didn't know you thought it was the paywall. Yeah, I would. I would have said it.
The demo, you had to buy like the deluxe edition to get early access to it. Now you do have to have the deluxe edition to play as the Doomslayer in the demo. There are 3 characters that you can play as, including.
Oh, they actually let you play the demo with them. Okay, if you have the.
But you're locked behind that paywall.
And do you have the deluxe edition, Daniel?
I do not.
No, at least not for because it's not one of those games where if you buy it somewhere else, you have to be in the Xbox ecosystem to do it. Like
because I could potentially see myself getting a Switch 2 version of this, like if it was really nice. But the reality is, this game's going to be available on Game Pass. I'm going to play through both of the games most likely, and then I'm going to be done with it. Because honestly, like playing this demo, I had fun, but they don't even have like the objectives. No,
you gotta play online, Daniel. You gotta play online.
And that's never gonna happen.
You missed it last time.
That's not happening. Not with these games. But yeah, so in this, there's 2 levels. There's 2 other characters other than Doomslayer. It's Tony Hawk and then a younger woman. I'm not familiar with her. I think she's a newer skateboarder.
A real skateboarder.
Yeah.
And she's wait a minute. And she's not behind a paywall, is she?
No. Her and Tony Hawk are unlocked, and it's just the Doomslayer No. So there's that. There's a couple of different decks you can choose from, like skateboard art for each of the characters. You can't change their costumes. It looks like their costumes, their outfits. It looks like each of them will have like 3 different ones, or at least that's what's showing.
They at least look like they're from the 2000s.
Some of Tony Hawk's outfits do, yes. Yeah. I don't know about hers. Look newer, like her second outfit is like a Nike shirt, and it's
they have the shorts. People wearing shorts with a chain on them.
No. Tony Hawk was never a big shorts with a chain guy, but he was a cargo shorts guy. Yeah, I'm not sure about the other guys.
I don't know what's the hate with cargo shorts, because honestly, I was telling my friends, like, I don't know any other type of shorts you wear then.
Like everybody's into the short khaki shorts now, like boat shorts kind of thing.
I think that's what my
people make fun of jean shorts. People make fun of cargo shorts now. Yeah,
they make fun of jean shorts, and I was like, oh, this is the internet confusing me, because I'm like, oh yeah, there's mostly white people up here. So where I lived, like all I had was mostly jean shorts.
Yeah.
Like everybody I knew had jean shorts. I didn't, and then or like khaki or like what I call khaki shorts. I put cargo and khaki at the same thing because they're just hey, they're the brown pants.
For me, the ones without pockets were like school uniform shorts.
Yeah, that looked weird to me.
Like that's the only time I would see somebody wearing those is because they got school
uniform. Exactly. And like, because
I felt bad for them because they didn't have utility pockets.
Because I used to think like, oh, because they got pleats. It's like, who wearing shorts with pleats?
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
So like that's all I wear for shorts is jeans and cargo. I mean, if I'm actually if I'm just like don't like give a fuck days or something like that, yeah, I might put some basketball shorts on or something.
Yeah. For me, that's mostly like around the house. I'm not really going to go out too much with those. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's like I mean, when I got them brand new, I went out with them, but it's like these were they say this is going to end up going to be in my home though.
Let me assure you, none of mine are new nowadays.
Yeah, like if I'm just going out to I'm just going to the store real quick. I'm just going out real quick and just hurry up and get there. Just go out to the corner and just get some drugs, and that's all I'm doing. But anyway, but like this, I was just so confused when people are saying like, "Oh, cargo shorts, oh, it's so weird," or something like that, or like when I see those comedians do jokes or something like about cargo pants, and I was like, "You don't need that many pockets," and I was like. Well, you know what's funny is that I actually use them.
I was gonna say you didn't live in the early 2000s then.
Yeah, because I was like,
I had to have Pokemon cards and Pogs and all sorts of things in my pocket.
And then before, I was really driving, when I catch the bus and stuff, dude, they were convenient for me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like I used to always, especially going to school and stuff like that. I had to catch the bus. Yo, I put a lot of stuff in those pockets and things like that, or I keep a lot of things in there. I was like, I always felt weird just having two pockets. like if I had like those type of shorts or what, like I never, I don't know. Yeah, I never, I mean, I've seen people wear other shorts, like just like, like you said, look like they could, if they were like long pants, it'd be like casual pants and like shorts. And I was like, I don't think I ever would wear them. Like, it's not me. I just never, they're not me. It's like, they're not my kind of thing. I mean, I have no problem with anybody else wearing them. Like, I don't look at somebody and say, like, what the fuck's wrong with you? No. It's just like, I didn't know that was a thing. Like, people just not like shorts. Because I was like, I don't know what
shorts that land on my thigh feel weird, Dominic. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it does. And I don't, like, because I was thinking, like, so what, y'all just wearing the flower font shorts? You know, that people wear on the boardwalk and shit, like at beaches. They kind of look like swimming trunks, but they're not. That's what y'all.
Yeah.
That's what y'all talking about wearing. I was like, oh, that's what it means. Like, darn. So I guess everybody just wear pants. That's like, is that what you're saying? Do it sometime. I mean, I went through a phase where I just wore pants for a while one time in the summer. I'm not doing that. That was a long time ago. When I was real young. Right. Yep. I'm not doing that no more. I said, that niggas need to breathe. Hell. This sucks, man. Even like 7-degree weather, sometimes I'll be like, man, I gotta wear some shorts right now, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were talking video games.
Tony Hawk. So the two levels they have in there is the Foundry and the College. I did a couple of runs on both of them with both of the characters just to see what different moves they had in there and whatnot. It runs well. It feels good. I actually like frame limited the game because I had it unlocked and I don't know if the like higher up, like it would fluctuate a lot. And it's not like going down to like, 30 or something like that. But in the way that it fluctuated, I don't know if that was like kind of making me not feel great about it. And I felt like locking it at 100 just kind of smoothed it all out for me, so it didn't have these like highs and then little lows kind of thing. But without the objectives in there, I didn't really have much to do outside of just like, do tricks and whatnot. So I'm like done with the demo, I think.
I was about to say, yeah, like that's one thing. Sandbox stuff, like well, you see, like we're
Yeah.
not into those like Minecraft and all those other type of games, but
Yeah.
yeah, like things like that. Like I used to like when I was younger. Like it's like, oh, free mode, yeah, let's do anything. I do not
Yeah.
care about that anymore. I do not.
No.
I do not care about free mode. Unless it's some interesting place to look at. But even then, I'll just go to that place. I'll see it and say, "Wow, that looks nice," and then that's it. Because I need a purpose. It's like I need a purpose now. I have to do
Yeah.
things purpose. We ain't
Exactly.
got that long
So
to
yeah,
live.
that's why I feel like
It's
I'm
just,
that's why I feel like I'm basically done with this demo. I'm excited for what this game is, but this demo isn't really what this game is going to be for me. It's going to be about clearing those objectives and those goals. I'm also interested to see like how this feels compared to those original games because I can't remember. I think 3 is still objectives and then 4 is like a more open world. And I
yeah,
don't
I think that
know
four was what.
which.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm assuming that 3 or the Foundry was from 3, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm assuming the college was from 4. But like even with that being the case, like that level doesn't feel that much larger than anything else from these games. So I'm interested to see like how this works out with these 2-minute sessions. I'm still kind of iffy on that just because like yeah, I'm more used to that game being a certain way, but it's been so long since I played that game. It's not like I'm gonna be like, oh man, back in my day I had to go over here and talk to the magic bum and he would give me this objective. Like this is all just gonna be like the way the game is now. um so yeah, I got my fill of it. I'm excited for it. We're like 2 weeks away at this point from this game coming out. So I'm sure I'll talk about it far more then. But yeah, I downloaded a whole bunch of these demos from the Steam Next Fest. Some of them I haven't put a lot of time into. Like Mina the Hollower, I did download the demo for that. That is the Shovel Knight guy's new game.
Okay.
Um, I had
Is that a
played that like
mouse? Is that a mouse?
yeah, it's the
Okay.
mouse. I had played that the night I first downloaded all that stuff, but I didn't put a whole bunch of time into it. I just kind of put it down. Um, and then this morning I went back and like purposefully played some of these other games to get some time in and get some video for them as well. Dispatch I downloaded the demo of. That's the superhero like Telltale like game almost where it's kind of telling the story more than like gameplay stuff. I haven't played that myself yet, but I watched somebody else playing the demo and I basically feel like I got an idea of what's going on in that game. Um it is like the dialogue choice stuff. It seems very funny. But then the gameplay itself is like, oh, you've got this group of superheroes and you're dispatching them. You're lining their strengths and their weaknesses up to these different calls. Like, oh no, I got to get a cat out of a tree. Should I get the guy with extendy arms or should I get the wild card that lights everything on fire?
Oh, definitely get that
Obviously
one for a cat.
you get that one. Yeah, that's what I figured you'd say. Um, so if that's kind of the extent of the gameplay, I'm interested to see if that would actually keep my attention. But it really does seem very entertaining from a writing standpoint. So I'm excited for how that goes. Um, but to get into the games that I actually played, I started out with Hiragami. That is the origami folded up paper looking game. Kind of an action. I guess it's a third person. It's not quite isometric, but they don't really let you move the camera around a lot. Um, it seems okay, but the gameplay itself, like visually, it's very nice. Gameplay wise, it feels a little stiff. And that was kind of not jiving with me. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Um, I after that I played Mio, Memories in Orbit. This game was like the complete, well, I shouldn't say the complete opposite because it also is very nice visually. It reminds me a lot of like Sable with the almost like hand-drawn outline of characters that makes it look like it's, kind of ethereal almost, watercolory even. And this is, I believe it's going to be like a Metroidvania. It's a side-scrolling action game. But this game feels very nice to move around in. The only complaints I would have about it are I would really like to see a higher speed, like a run button almost. And then for the combat that they have, and maybe I'm just playing it in more of like a Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown sort of way, instead of more of a like old school Metroid style thing. Cause I really feel like there should be a dodge or evade in this, and maybe that's an ability you learn later in the game. But the way that these enemy encounters are, especially the boss, which I still haven't beaten, and it doesn't even seem like it's that hard. It feels like I'm relatively close to it. But you have such low health. You only have 3 blips of health to begin with. You can actually get a can't remember what they call them, but like basically enhancement that gives you another blip of health. But the way they do their enhancements is you can you have like a set number of slots, and then like each of the different enhancements uses a number of those slots, and you start out with one that's like shows your health, and then I picked up one that shows the enemy's health, and then I picked up the one that shows or gives you an extra slot. And it's like, okay, I can turn off both of them and have on the extra slot, or I can have the my health and their health. And it almost feels like with this boss, I would prefer to see his health so I know how close I'm getting. But at the same time, that one extra blip of health would really help out a lot. But otherwise, I think it seems like it's going to be very good. As long as the little section that they show me, it kind of carries out further. If they stay on course with that stuff, I think this could be a real gem. And then the last one that I played was Karen, I think it's how it's said. It's the CAIRN, the climbing game. So remember when we saw that and you were like, is this like a co-op game where you're like controlling each of the separate arms and limbs because they were getting all like weird and shaky? It is kind of like that, but the default mode is actually for them to automatically select the limb that you're moving, because you do move each limb individually with the stick, and then you like plan it, you grab or you put your foot onto something. Um, but they automatically select like which limb you're going to do next, and it's not like a cycle through. I guess it's using some kind of like predictive thing where it's like, oh, they probably want to move this one next, and the game says for a smoother experience that's probably what you want to use. But there are just some times where I'm like, I want my left hand to move, please select my left hand, and it just doesn't. So I'm like still moving a leg again, and it's just like, this is kind of annoying. But for the most part, I think it really does work well with the auto selection. But I'd be interested to see how well the manual selection does. My concern with that is it definitely seems like it would slow down the gameplay a little more, because it doesn't seem like, to me, you would just like, okay, I'm going to hold down the trigger. That'll be my right arm. Hold down the bumper. That'll be my left or my right arm or right leg. Left trigger, left arm, left bumper, left leg, or something like that. But instead, it looks almost like it's a radial menu that you have to choose, almost like a turn-based climbing game sort of thing.
Okay.
And I don't think that would work very well. So yeah, this is another one that kind of looks like hand drawn-y.
What's it called again? Which one is it called?
Karen, CAIRN. But I think so far from what I played of it's really engaging. There's just like points where you start out in this kind of like rock climbing gym, and they give you 3 walls to climb first that they want you to just kind of get familiar with controls. And then there are optional walls up to like wall 8.
So how's the control? Like, I'm sorry, man, because
you're good.
my mic, well, not my mic, my headphone thing had going on. So like the controls for the game, like how are they again?
So basically, you press X to climb onto the wall, like engage with the wall, and then you use the stick. You're no longer controlling like your person. You're now controlling a limb with the stick.
So that's what that's what we thought too. Okay, that's why because
sort of like that, yeah.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking
But you're
that
not engaging them all at the same time. Like you have to
at the same time.
choose
Oh, you have to choose
one at a
which one.
time.
Oh, okay.
But in the default mode, you're not actually choosing. Like the computer is choosing for you based on what it thinks you want to do. And that's kind of where I was having issues with it, is like sometimes I would want to grab with a hand or move a foot, but it's like, no, you want to move this foot. It's like, no, I don't. There is a manual mode in there, but I think even based on what it says in there, because it kind of gives you this tooltip that's like, there is a manual mode, but if you want like smooth gameplay, this is the way you want to do it. So I'm a little worried that if I switch to that manual mode, that it then becomes almost like a turn-based thing where it's like, okay, first I have to select the thing and then I have to move, instead of just like holding down a button and then making that, you know, the limb that I want to move. I think there's a more elegant way of doing that. But I'll have to try that out because I haven't yet. But they start you out in this rock climbing gym. They give you an easy wall. Well, they give you 3 relatively easy walls to climb up and get familiar with the controls. And then they give you some more difficult ones. And for the most part, I didn't have too much trouble until the 8th wall, which was very like not many handholds. You kind of really have to figure out where you should be putting your hands and feet to rest, because there's also like a fatigue meter kind of thing, but it's not really a meter. You just start to kind of pulsate and look like you need a break, and you can just press Y. I feel like there's got to be more complication to this, because for the most part, it was like, okay, as long as I'm on a relatively sturdy handhold, I can press Y, and then she just like takes both hands off the wall and like cracks her knuckles. And I'm like, I don't think that's how physics work, but it's a game. I'm gonna let you go. And then once you do those, you can climb out into the actual mountain, and that's kind of where I'm at now, is seeing the actual mountain. I don't know how long this demo is. I played almost an hour of it, based on my Steam time here. So I definitely had fun. It was definitely frustrating in some bits because I would get like very close to the top of the thing that I was trying to reach, and then next thing you know, I'm just falling flat on my face. And there's, in the gym, you don't have like health restrictions, so you would just like fall from all the way at the top of the wall and flat on your face, and you just like lay there for a minute, and then she gets up. But when you fall out in the actual world, you actually lose health. It seems like there's some level of like survival aspects to it. She's got a backpack and she's got like chocolate in there, and she's got like pills and stuff. But I don't know how much that's going to actually come into play, or if those are mostly like status kind of perks. Like, oh, I took the chocolate and now I'm focused for a minute, so now I can climb without like stressing out too much or something like that. But it definitely seems like a cool thing. All of these, you know, Next Fest things I downloaded are really cool experiences. And there's a lot more, because like I was trying to remember the names of some of them without opening up Steam earlier, and like I just searched like best Next Fest demos, and like people had a whole bunch of other things that, you know, I didn't download that I need to check and see if I can still download. I also downloaded the Ninja Gaiden Rage Burst or whatever, the 2D side scrolling new one. But I haven't gotten a chance to play that yet, but that looks pretty cool as well. So yeah, that's what I've been playing this week.
So we're gonna take a break. When we get back, we get to the game. Oh no, flashback segment.
Yeah.
And we're back. So let's get to the flashback segment. But before that, I made a mistake on the Fanatic panel. It was I saw the panel. It was Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Caleb Williams, CJ Stroud, and Bryce Young. Jayden was on that panel. Jayden's on a panel. I think he's on either now or today, or either it came out early today or that. I see like somebody post some stuff of him talking.
Are they doing like live streaming of that, or is that just mainly like a live event?
It's just people who were there. If there is live streaming, I don't know, and I would think I don't know. I would say no, but then again, it's like some people just want to be there, so I don't know if it would take away from the actual show. I mean, it possibly could, but it's not like a trailer or something like that. But it's just them people asking questions and stuff. Because if even if you can watch it, it's not the same as like you being able to get an interview. I mean, not interview, a autograph or anything like that. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's live. But anyway, all right, let's get to the flashback segment. And I need to get to my notes because I'm lost here. Actually, where am I? Like, where am I trying?
I don't think you're in the notes anymore. I thought I'd lost you completely when you disappeared earlier, because I was like, well, he's not in the notes. Maybe his internet cut out or something. Oh no.
Okay. All right. So now we're flashbacking to 2015, 10 years ago. We're going to just do the rest of the month of June. Just get that out the way. So the first game announced is Batman Arkham Knight came out 10 years ago. I mean, this was huge. This was a sequel to Batman Arkham City, which was arguably the best Batman game. It's still arguably the best Batman game now, and at the time it was like the best Batman game. But Arkham Knight, like people were really excited for this. But I think did it come out with some kind of like controversy as far as like
the PC version was like real broken.
Yeah, so that's what it was. The PC version. Yes, if you're a console guy, you're okay. It seemed like the PC version, yeah, it got a bad rap. As far as like not running well and stuff like that, and bugs. I'm trying to see where, like in Wikipedia, like when they talk about it. I guess we're just it said, let me see, a quality assurance tester for the game added getting the game to work on consoles was impossible for months. That's part of why the game got delayed so many times. Rocksteady was totally unprepared for how hard it was on next gen consoles. Yeah, because the game was delayed. Okay, and the UK, the Windows version was only available as a digital release. Which I guess they were still doing disc over there for computers.
I guess, yeah.
Additionally, the Linux and OS
Who
X
even
version,
does that, Dominic?
Yeah, he said it's only digital release. I'm thinking like Windows version. I said, wait a minute. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's what I would think it would be, but I don't know what they go. Maybe in Europe they were still doing that. I said there was an OX version, Linux and OX version of the game developed by Faro Interactive was scheduled to release in early 2016. After originally be scheduled to release in late 2015, but it was canceled. They stated that the original delay was to ensure good performance and wide range and support for the two platforms. In February 20th, it was revealed that Arkham Knight had received a mature rating rather than a teen rating. Previous installments of the game held. They were caught off guard by the rating. He'll explain that they did not create the game with a specific rating in mind, but that it's unavoidable that some bad stuff is going to happen. But doesn't mean we changed our approach. We are not including gratuitous blood or swearing. We want to deliver a true and compromises. Yeah, that sucks that they got an M rating then. Although he did not elaborate which content was particularly triggered the M rating, Hill did note that the rating analysis by Warner Brothers indicated that the content of certain key scenes in the game could affect its rating. After careful deliberation, the team ultimately decided to maintain the offending content so that it would not jeopardize their vision of the game and its thematics. in-depth explanation of the game's content, it will be revealed that the existence of scenes where players can shoot unarmed characters and a hostage, and torture scenes taking place on a bloody operating table, as well as using a vehicle's wheel. I don't remember that. And I don't remember being able to shoot anybody.
I'm guessing that's got to be from the car, right?
Like yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Because the car had some kind of gun, right, to like destroy walls and stuff mostly, but people going to shoot.
You shoot your bat tranquil. I mean, not bat tranks. The bat electric thing and shocker or something.
Stun gun to the face.
I'm trying to think. Wow, they ain't talking about none about the PC release in this Wikipedia.
That's surprising.
The content. Reception. Let's see. Well, okay, here we go. While the PC received mixed reviews, well, this is the reception. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They gave 9.2 out of 10 for the game. Blah blah blah. Come on, I'm trying to get to the PC stuff. Andrew Reiner did the game. He gave it 9.5. He described the game's Gotham City as beautifully realized playground for Batman, highlighting distinctive burrows and added the Batmobile packs a satisfying punch with this cannon, with additional praise to the Riddler's racetrack. He gave praise to the track. I hated that track. I hated anything with racing, Tom. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it just wasn't. I don't want it. It's like the Riddler doesn't need a freaking racetrack. The Riddler racetrack. Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anybody describe as thrilling, blah blah blah. Wow, come on, get to the PC. Wow, nobody. They got nothing here. Quotes from the PC version here. 10 negative 9 10. Okay, Chris Carter. The short talk eventually was heavily critical of the Riddler challenges and the requirement for the game's full ending, finding many to be tedious. Yes. While others lack any resemblance of the actual riddles. Yes, this is what people complain about in Arkham City, such as the breakable objects. He felt. See, that almost feel like I want to know if that was like they wanted to do that, or was that something like they feel to make the game longer,
right?
Like to go find things and just break things. Just items to find on a map. Instead of making an actual riddle.
Riddles are hard, Dominic. I can just make a racetrack instead.
Dan, I don't see any quotes about the PC version. Yeah, they didn't do it. They didn't do it in freaking Wikipedia or whatever.
That's shocking, I feel like.
That was like the big thing about that game. Like how it just didn't run well initially. It wasn't until it wasn't really optimized very well until months later. I mean, I don't know.
It was like,
it was like, it was a real long time.
This is Polygon from 2015. Batman Arkham Knight's PC port is a mess. The studio expects final fixes to the game, which is no longer available for purchase due to serious performance problems identified after launch, to be complete by the end of the month. At that point, Arkham Knight will again be offered up for purchase. Yeah, it got pulled down from Steam because it was so bad. Following serious performance issues, Arkham Knight was removed from the Steam marketplace shortly after its release in June.
So it was at the beginning. They did mention
30 frames per second, as well as frequent crashes.
But they didn't mention it that much. Yeah. It was this article, in the first section of it, this paragraph right here. It says Arkham Knight. Let me see. Darn, now I just lost it. PlayStation console review, blah blah blah. The Windows and Nintendo Switch versions were subject to criticism. I didn't know there was a Switch version. I forgot. Was subject to criticism for technical and performance issues that render it unplayable for some users, but Warner Bros. Temporarily withdrawing the Windows version. Yeah, like you said, for sale. At the release, the game was the fastest selling game of 2015 and the fastest selling game in the Arkham series, reaching over 5 million. Globally by
Fastest refunded game
October.
too, I'm sure.
It was the 6th best-selling game of 2015 in the UK. Yeah, so it was just like the PlayStation, Xbox One, PlayStation 4 versions were like, yeah, they were good. I mean, yeah, they were all praised. Yeah, it was the PC versions.
Yeah, they were fun.
At that time, I was kind of wanted it on my PC. But when I heard the optimization stuff was pretty bad, I just kind of like whatever. And plus, I still hadn't beaten Arkham City at the time, so I wasn't. It's like I was excited for the game, but I wanted to get on PC. That's the thing. I wanted to get on PC, and that's why I didn't.
Looks like based on this, it relaunched on Steam on October 28th. So from June till October, that game was broken and no longer for sale as a result.
Yeah. It was a Cyberpunk, but for the PC, which is weird.
Yep.
Like the PC version should be the one to get right. All right. So now we're going to Her Story. Came out 10 years ago. Yeah, I remember hearing about this game. This is like, the interactive like film game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is an interactive film. This is right here. And you actually played it. I don't think I ever played it.
Yeah. So effectively, I believe you were the daughter of this woman, or you were in some way related to her, and it was basically you were going back in police like interrogation footage to figure out a mystery, basically, like what was going on in her life. I can't remember if I believe she passed away, but I can't remember if there was like a guy or something that was involved or something like that. But it was effectively like, okay, have I figured out the entire story? The ending was effectively like, am I satisfied with how much I've seen from this? And you can be like, no, but that's not necessarily, going to help you. Because you were effectively like finding random videos based on words that you would search. So you would search a word, and then if a video had that word in it, it would then bring that video up. So it was like, okay, I'm going to start with the or something like that, right? So you go through all those videos, and then you go through another thing where it's like, oh, she mentioned something about this, so now I'm going to search that term. And you basically just like went down this rabbit hole trying to figure out what was going on with this person's life. And it was very well acted. It was a very intriguing concept. It was very kind of different. But it was also, very light in the quote unquote gameplay department. But I think it was very unique, especially at the time, and used FMV, full motion video, like actual video instead of just, CG graphics, to a very interesting end, I would say. So yeah, really, really cool experience.
All right. Yeah, I remember everybody talking about that. Yeah. All right. So now, darn, that was it. That's all this. Yeah, June. That was it for the rest of June. And now we're going, in 2015. So now we're going back 20 years to June 21st. I mean, 2005, June 21st. And we got Battlefield 2 came out, man. So this is huge because Battlefield was huge. Like, I just remember always being jealous that I didn't have a PC to play it. And just reading the stories on Game Informer about like the big battles. And then I used to always see the previews for Battlefield 2 and everything, and like the modernization of it, like, oh, this is this was Modern War, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was basically like somewhere in the Middle East kind of thing, which
Yeah.
still to this
So
day relevant.
yeah, and never, still, I don't think that I ever played this, or was this has ever come out on Xbox to be played? I don't know. I don't think I did. I think the first
No,
Battlefield I
I
ever
think
really
at that
played.
time it was like Bad Company that would have come out on the
Yeah,
consoles. I think
yeah.
this was
Not counting
PC
Bad
exclusive.
Company, the first one I ever played was probably 3. I think that was the first one I actually
Mm.
played. And actually like played multiplayer. Because even Bad Company, I didn't play multiplayer on that. But did you ever play this?
I believe I did. I don't think I played it for that long, to be honest with you, though, because I remember playing a lot of 1942, like the demo of that, just that one map that they had with the like aircraft carrier out in the ocean.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, because I played so much of that, I bought Battlefield 2, but then I ended up not playing all that much. I can't remember if it was like part of it was like, oh, my PC's not quite holding up to this at that time, or if it was just like, oh, I don't know about, online. It was with some of these guys. Um,
They
but
weren't nice back
yeah,
then?
no, I think they were just about as
You had a mic? You had a
weird
mic
and
too?
toxic at that time. I think I might have specifically bought a mic for this game, actually, if I'm thinking correctly. Or like I pre-ordered somewhere and it came with a mic, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
I have this very like vivid memory of this weird like silver headphone one-eared like headset microphone thing. And I think it came with this game. But yeah,
I
it just
remember it was a
sorry,
big
go ahead.
deal for games. I'm sorry. Um,
No,
it
you're
was a
good.
big deal for games to have like quick chat or something, like it says where you can
Yeah.
quickly chat and say something. I remember reading that and just like, oh, okay. I mean, it didn't seem that big deal to me because I was still I didn't play no games online at the time
Right.
because it was still early. It was still like I said, I didn't play games online until Xbox 360. Um, like so PlayStation 2 and Xbox, the original Xbox. Yeah, I didn't really get into that. So when I used to read articles about people saying like, oh, this game, oh, they got quick chat, so you can quick chat with the like pre like pre-consensuses to say, hey, I want to do
Yeah.
this or something like that.
Good
I was like, oh,
game.
yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Which now is like, oh, I would love to just use that because I'm not going to be talking to these assholes online. um, all right, man. So, but that was huge. Battlefield 2, like, man, that was a huge game. Hey, this is all before like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare when that just changed everything.
Yeah.
But like Battlefield, I mean, just the what was this? Was this the 32 players? This was, or was this the 64? Were they 64 in
I
this
want
one?
to say this was, I want to say it was 64.
Because like,
Yeah.
man, you didn't.
Up to
Yeah, because
60.
you didn't really have games like that, man. Like 64 players at one time, like means 32 versus 32. It's like that's crazy. And consoles, man, we didn't see that until I don't know, Xbox One, PS4 days, maybe. I don't know if we had
Yeah.
64. Was there a 64 player game on PS3, Xbox? That Mag don't count.
I was going to say Mag, maybe. Yeah, that's the only one I could think of.
Trying to think.
Maybe Resistance 3? I feel like that got kind of
Three
up
or
to
two. I thought two was one
numbers.
that had
Was
multiplayer on it.
2 the
But
bigger one?
I mean, I thought when they really got, yeah. I'm trying to remember because Battlefield 3, I felt like because people were
Competitive featured up to 60 in
okay.
Resistance 2.
Yeah, okay. So because like I remember Battlefield 3, people were complaining because the console version still didn't have the max amount like PC did?
Yeah.
I'm trying. If I don't remember, I'm trying to see. Build 3.
Yeah, 60 was, it says competitive mode featured support for up to 60 players during the skirmish mode, which allowed for the greatest number of players in an online PlayStation 3 game at the time of release, but was last surpassed by MAG.
That's for whatchamacallit?
For Resistance 2, yeah.
Resistance 2, yeah. Oh, so look, the PlayStation is the ones who did it. Yeah. Okay, so it said, oh, darn, Battlefield 3 supports 24 players. Wasn't even 32. So 12 versus 12, yeah. This contrast with the PC, which has 64 players. Yeah, that was always thing. But that's where it can run well. And I wonder how Resistance did running that. Because then if they could do, I mean, I don't know, because all depends. It also I don't know what they do. Like, because bad for you driving vehicles and all this stuff, and if it had some destruction.
Stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what Resistance was like as far as multiplayer. Like, I'm curious what people experience, like the experience of that. Because I was kind of like I was jealous of that. Well, actually, no, I don't know. I don't know if I didn't have I don't know if I had a PS3 when Resistance 2 came out, because it came out around the same time as Gears 2, I want to say. And I don't think I had I didn't have PS3 then. But I was like, man, they got that multiplayer. Because I think it was a dude at a job, because he had PS3, because he was talking about that. But I don't think he even played it, because I think that's some Call of Duty was out, and that was just Dave. I was just playing that. Yeah. So what else came out? So in June in 2005, we got Conker's Live and Reloaded came out on Xbox.
Yeah.
And this was huge because this was
the fruits of Rare's labors.
This was the remake. Yeah, this is a remake of Rare's game. And to get those, it got those hair effects on Conker. You saw the hair, man. I used to be like, oh my God, it looks pretty good, man. I like the hair. And to this day, I never got past like the first level in that game. And like it's like I keep saying, like I want to play it, but now I feel like I'm past the point where now I'm not going to be impressed with it. I'm not going to be impressed by it, because like I got the game. I don't know what happened. What was it about it that I just couldn't get through it? I don't know why. It just felt like a game I would want to play. Like, hey, I like platformers, and this seemed like it got that freaking toilet humor stuff in there. I was like, hey, it'll be fun to play. I just never did. But it got rated. What did it get rated? Like, yeah, I remember it was like 70. Yeah, like the high 70s.
Mediocre, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like great, because like the N64 one, I think it was probably around in the 80s, right? 80s to 9.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I feel like it was 80s to 9, and I felt like this was actually lower than that one, and which was like I think because I think on Game 4 I saw 8 out of 10. I mean, I didn't have an Xbox at the time, so then I was looking like, oh wow, this is actually rated lower than the N64 version. So I said, oh, it's not that impressive. But when I got Xbox, I was like, I get it, because it was cheap. Still didn't play it, and then I have Rare Replay. Still didn't play that. Actually, I don't feel like I played Rare Replay enough, honestly, with all those games they got there. And I don't think I completed one game on that damn Rare Replay. So yeah, Edge gave it 8 out of 10. Hey, I think that's pretty good for Edge standards. That's probably because of the British, because of where
they got the jokes that we didn't get, Dominic. That was the problem.
Yeah. Conker's Bad Fur Day was one of the final N64 titles released just after the debut of the PlayStation 2 and shortly before the launches of the GameCube, Xbox. However, the game's adult humor conflicted with Nintendo's reputation of being a family-friendly brand. It was not an instant commercial success, attributable to its high price and being released near the end of the console lifespan. Rare was purchased by Microsoft, and then they got Conker Live and Uncut was a feature. Completely uncensored single-player experience at some point during development. This was changed and the game was released with some censorship. The censorship included that of some obscenities which were present in the original N64 version. What? They actually cut off stuff that was in the original N64 in which the word fuck and its variations were bleeped out. Oh, okay. There.
They couldn't handle
This
it.
drew criticism from fans of the original, especially as it distracted from the comedic highlights such as the Great Mighty Pooh song in the Slopperano chapter. This song was also censored on the soundtrack, although Rare once had the uncensored Xbox version of the song on their website. Yeah, like the original did get a mature version. And I always said for a long time, I always kept thinking Conquer, the original Conquer, like the old nice one that they were going to do before they changed it up to Bad Fur Day. I thought that game was a thing. I just kept thinking like that game was released, and then they said, no, we're going to make a part 2, and part 2 is going to be like adult version or something. That I used to think like, oh, I guess the kiddie one didn't sell well, so now they're going to just make an adult version. I didn't realize like they just changed it while they were just working on it. Maxim liked it. Maxim gave it a perfect 10.
That's exactly right.
And look, because he got the multiplayer. It's up to 16 people can torch each other. It's more of everything you loved.
Who needs Battlefield 2 when you got Conquer?
Yeah, somebody said the game is essentially burlesque of every game featuring cute forest animal creatures. This was the start of the furries. So it has the sort of platform jumping.
Crystal from Dinosaur Planet was the start of the furries. Thank you very much. We all know.
Rope climbing, monster womping challenges seen in many of these games, but adds foul-mouthed animals, satirical humor, and gallons of vividly scarlet cartoon blood. Oh, I didn't realize really showed blood like that.
Oh yeah, it was like super cartoony looking. So it.
Oh, super cartoon. Okay.
Whatever.
So maybe I just didn't really think about it.
There was a lot of it, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, it's like I want to do. I still want to try this out. I just hope the controls aren't like, what was the game that came out on original Xbox? It was the ghouls and
grabbed by ghoulies.
Goblins. Grabbed by the ghoulies. Yeah, and the controls kind of suck. Oh, definitely like Blinks. Well, I think Blinks was worse. No, Blinks was worse. God damn. Controls. All right. So another game this game I actually really played. Destroy All Humans came out too, 20 years ago. Yeah. I played and beat this game. And I even played, even recently the 2020, the remake came out. I had played a lot of that, but stopped. Fortunately my saves, I don't think they're on the cloud. Yeah, the game is now. This is like sandbox stuff. Like, I like doing at the time. Like Pandemic Studios did this, because they did Mercenaries. They made Mercenaries games too. Like, I like sandbox, but with missions. Yeah, I like the idea like you doing these cool things as an alien and mess with these people and seeing how you interact with the world as an alien, and also like disguising yourself as a human and doing things like. Yeah, that man. Yeah, I just get lost in just levels, just messing around, just to see what the fuck I can do. But yeah, like this game was hilarious. Like I just love the comedy of it too. It was fun, man. Like I really like the Sword of Humans. I played that in part 2. I don't know if I played any other ones after that. I might have tried them, and I just don't remember them though. I really don't remember part 2, but I know I played part 2. Yeah, and like part 2, I know they had the remake to 2, and that was the one where it was like there weren't no like past. It was only current gen. It wasn't. They weren't doing any the past gen versions of that game. And like we said, it's like I look at the game though. I was like, this game don't look like a next gen game or anything. I was like there's really no reason. Like I know because people were saying like finally because they were tired of like cross gens, like saying they can just focus on the powers, and that's not what they're doing though. That's not. It's like the people had this idea. Is like they were going to like, oh, we're going to just take the full power of these new gen. It's like, no, they just don't want to sell, like, bother with, I guess, pricing like that out on the other past gen. I mean, either for like either the disc or I don't know how that works for digital. Because like, is it like one price for all on the digital stores? If we do like a PS4 or a PS5 version, or that's like two games. I'm wondering. I'm assuming Xbox is maybe one price. I know they do the play. Like they're making like Xbox Play Anywhere. I just wonder how that works out with actual companies. But yeah, or just like optimizing for that. Because I'm about to say it's like it shouldn't take that hard from what I've seen from that game to optimize it for those past ones. But hey, aim less is less money, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, so and these couple of these games came out also. And they came out in Japan first. These games I'll say right here. Chibi Robo Plug into Adventures was released for the GameCube. You played this game? I remember seeing this all the time though, like in magazines.
Yeah.
Didn't really know about it, but you said you played it.
It was one of Nintendo's big, like, quirky kind of things. It's like, it reminds me of Pikmin. I want to say before Pikmin, because Pikmin came out after this.
No, it came out before. Pikmin came out. It's like one of the launch window games.
Really? God.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. But effectively, you were a little robot in the house, and you were doing kind of household chores. It's one of those little person in a big regular size world of things, like a Grounded style.
That's how I feel. I feel like a little person in this world.
But yeah, and you have a little plug that you would carry around that was basically like your tail, and you have to plug yourself back in to restore your power to keep doing your tasks for the day. It's a game that I would like to kind of revisit and see, like, was it actually a good game? Because it did end up getting, like, I think got a DS game. I don't know that it ever got like a true sequel though.
And this was a Nintendo product? Yeah, it was. They published this game.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in Smash.
I'm sure he's like a trophy or something in Smash.
I was about to say, was he at least like one of those
assist?
I forgot the assist thing, whatever. I wonder. Yeah.
Was he an amiibo costume?
There wasn't no Chibi Robo amiibo.
Actually, so when I was looking at this game earlier, I saw a Chibi Robo amiibo.
Is that a real one?
Go along with like the 3DS game, and I wasn't sure if it was real. Yeah, it looks like it is real.
Oh, okay.
It is currently only $40 on Amazon. I say only because amiibos apparently cost like $30 now, Dominic, and for something that I feel like I haven't seen much of recently.
Like sell, like there's still amiibos that sold not from third party.
Yeah, there's still new ones coming out. I mean, they announced Donkey Kong ones to go along with Donkey Kong that's coming out.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, and I mean they just had the Street Fighter ones, but they're still coming out with amiibos. Not very frequently, but yeah.
And like, are things locked behind them?
I don't know that anything's been locked necessarily. Like they do have, like with Zelda, you would plop it down and it would give you a treasure chest that might have something, useful in it. But for the most part, I think they're more additions than they are like subtractions from things.
Well, if I can't get it in the game without having it, I don't like that.
Well, actually, you're right about that because they did in Zelda. I think they locked like Epona behind one of the amiibos instead of like obviously
on the PC. Because on the PC, I had to put down like I had an amiibo.
Yeah,
so I can get something.
That's the thing about it though, is it's so easy to kind of replicate these things nowadays. I still never found any ability to like just use my phone as an NFC, producer to, because that's what I always wanted to do, is just take my phone and like put it up to the controller and be able to have like an app where I select what amiibo I want to use and then just scan it to the thing. And I've never been able to find one of those. I have been able to like, you can buy like little NFC tags off of eBay for, pennies on the dollar basically. And you can program them to whatever amiibo you want. I've seen people do that. I've also seen people sell those, or like amiibo cards. So you just have like a binder of cards for the amiibos. And I'm sure like with that Flipper Zero, which is a little like NFC device, I'm sure you can do that. Because you can just like clone signals with that thing.
I hope it's like
But
the next Pokemon. They have like Mew. You only can get Mew if you have the Mew amiibo.
Don't give them ideas. They've probably already had, Dominic. Yeah, especially like it's one thing, like even with the Disney Infinity things, I think on the high end, we were talking like $15 for those things. And even then, at the time, I was like, that's too much. Excuse me. I don't want to pay any more than like $10 for one of those things. But now the idea that you're trying to sell me a Donkey Kong amiibo for $30, and I think I saw somebody say the Street Fighter ones were even more, like $45 or something. Like those little statues are not cool or detailed enough to warrant $40 when I could go to like the comic book store and get one of these like PVC vinyl, figures. And I'm not talking like a pop figure. I'm talking like, a decently sculpted,
Yeah, the ones that
superhero
I used
or
to
video
see
game figure.
on game, like when I used to get Game Informer, they have like those buy these geeky stuff, and I used to see those statues.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, I don't see that at Toys R Us. Where the fuck these things at? So,
they're at GameStop now because they don't sell video games. But yeah, like some of those you can get for like a decent price.
Yeah, exactly. Like they may be like $100 some, but like you said, relative to 30, it's like, darn, yeah, I'll put 30 add it towards something like that. That's really nice looking, because I'm not buying that really just for the game. Because like, I feel like most people, you shouldn't just, I don't feel you should, even though they maybe lock some stuff behind it or something. But usually, like you said, that it's not usually worth it. Like you really get it because you like it, and so yeah, I would rather just use that towards something like that's actually better. Just say, hey, a better statue or something like that. That's really nice. It's done. Hell, like somebody probably made one. Just made one. It's like, yeah, it may not be Nintendo branded, and don't tell him that he made it. Like you don't get it. Yeah. But yeah, Chibi Robo. Yeah. I always seen this game. Yeah, I didn't even realize it was like actually a Nintendo brand. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So Advance Wars Dual Strike also came out 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And like this, Chibi Robo, this is Japan only. Like came in Japan first, and then later on it came on the US. So Advance Wars Dual Strike, I know you got that because I think I borrowed it from you. I want to say I borrowed it from you. Yes. Yeah, so I played this, yeah. This is the first Advance War on the DS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this is also the first one where they start to like lean in a more serious. No, that's not true, because the second Game Boy Advance game was like the dark. I can't remember the subtitle of it, but it was like a dark something.
Yeah, this definitely, but it definitely wasn't as lighthearted as like the looks of the the actual things, like colorful looks. So I was like, whoa, man, this is kind of on the serious side here. Look, it is war, but it's like you can still make it funny. I don't care. It's like war can be funny.
I don't remember the DS aspect of it like changing the gameplay of this too much.
Changing. I have no idea. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just remember that like bombs will fall, and then I see a bomb fall from the screen from top, and then on the bottom screen. That was amazing, Daniel. That was it.
Looks like you got a 9 out of 10 on IGN, so it's pretty positive on this. I'm sure at the time I enjoyed it quite a bit. I don't know that
I see something
I
like a
beat
fingerprint
it,
thing here on the DS. What the fuck is
yeah,
that?
I just
Oh, that's the
it's a ad.
that's an advertisement. Yeah.
Yeah, looks like a German
Yeah. Oh, look.
German
It
advertisement.
says command armies with the tip of your finger. No, I want to use a stylus.
Exactly. I want to get smudgy fingerprints all over my.
Yeah, that's right.
Thing.
Nintendo had a thing, touch me. That was their
Oh my goodness, I forgot about that. Yeah,
that was like the slogan. Touch me. Which is funny
can
because
maybe
at the
do
strip
a
club
lot
it says
better than
don't
that.
touch me unless
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
let you. I'll let you. I've been told that many times.
Still to this day, haven't been allowed to. Weirdly enough, though.
All right. But yeah, Advance Wars. Did you ever completed it? Because I know I did.
I mean, it's so long that it's hard for me
I
to
couldn't tell you what
say.
happened.
But
We won the war at
yeah,
the end. That's what happened.
exactly. I won the war. That's pretty much the extent of it.
And then I found out they had no weapons of mass destruction. All right.
Oh no. We were just there for profiteering.
Yeah, that's it. There wasn't really anything for 30 years ago in June. Because 30 years ago, I mean, that was a time when summer months was really the dead months. Like that was it. Yeah, we would hear about E3, and E3 only just started. And
hear about E3,
I forgot what E3
and then you wait for the games to come out during the holidays.
I'm trying to remember when E3 started. Was it even E3 in 95, or was that the first year?
In 95, I'm pretty sure there was an E3. First year of E3.
Wasn't the first year E3 PlayStation was
1995?
Yeah. Because PlayStation came out, I think, that year. So I think that's when it started. It kind of started with them.
Let's see, in 95, but it was in May 11th through the 13th.
That's how E3 was for a while in May.
Yeah.
Because I used to read the magazine in either in June or July when they told me what happened. And there was the internet. So there was an internet, but I didn't use it for that.
I need to find old footage of G4 TV's coverage of E3.
It's easy. I mean, I remember
being glued to that stuff.
Yeah. Especially, I hated it. I hated that I was really watching it too when we worked at Target because you worked overnight. So I was like, I'm up watching this shit. I mean, I was up watching it, and then I go to sleep while I was on, and then it'd be on at night showing some stuff. And I'd be getting ready, leave. Oh my God, those were bad, happy memories. Bad memories. I mean, that's what that was. Oh God, that overnight, man, helped me. It took years of my life. I gotta sue him. To get those years back.
People should not be allowed to work once the sun goes down.
Yeah. Oh no, don't go by that website. It was some YouTube video I saw yesterday that a person was there was how everything's closing early and stuff like that. And there's benefits to having things overnight and stuff, but look, it's your choice if you want to work overnight. I know. I mean, it's a whole thing. It's a discussion to be made if you feel like things should be open all the time. Some things are open.
We did. We were just out of the way of people, and people were out of the way of us. So it was kind of nice. I mean, that's part of why I worked overnight, because I didn't want to deal with people.
Yeah, exactly. But the store wasn't open. Target wasn't open. We were just working. We were just working to get it to have stuff out. And then, see, that's different. And that's different. But some people, but then people are saying, or somebody said well, doctors and stuff have to work. It's that's not separate. It's just somebody said when people talk about work overnight,
doctors just need to work weekends is what they need.
Well, that's what I say. It's we're not talking about places like that, where you need them, like police officers and the fire department. It's stuff you need actually in society. We're talking about actual stores, you don't need them. People say, but what about those people? They need since they work overnight, they need those stores or something like that. And I'm thinking, it's like some people say, it's like, well, they got kitchens and stuff there, and um, I don't know. I mean, like I said, like I just I don't need it to be New York. I don't need every place to be New York. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
there's a convenience. Like there's a convenience of it. I totally get it. I totally get the convenience overnight, especially when I was younger. Like when I'm up and stuff like that, and going out there and doing stuff. Yeah. I'm just saying, but I'm also not going to be fighting for it either, though. Like, but I will say this: like the criminalization of people seeing people overnight is kind of bad. Because like a woman showed, she was in the parking lot, but she didn't get out of the car. I guess she didn't call her car fast enough, and like they had called the police basically. And it was like she wasn't doing that. She like because she was doing something for the video, talk about how like like it's one shopping cart out here or something like that. And this, but it's the store's still open, but it's like I can't like it's like there's no and like she was trying to take a like do a video or something, but then they called up like through the a loudspeaker saying, hey, like don't there's no loitering or I forgot what they said. They said something like that, like there's no loitering here or there's something like that. Hey, don't like she was doing something wrong or something like that. And it's like, dude, if your store's open, a person can come and park, man. Like you don't do that when somebody just sit in the car in the daytime. It's like you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
And then she said the cops followed her. So we said like, yeah, that's also kind of made it so people won't be out. So it's I don't know. It's like yeah, I get it. Like some people are night owls. They want to go just do things not because they like you said they don't want maybe they don't want to deal with the crowds during the day. Easy to do stuff at night. But I think well, first of all, it's money. You're not these some of these places aren't getting enough money overnight. So like yeah, that makes sense. Like they won't be open. And definitely COVID definitely killed a lot of that, but it was
That's what
getting
the
killed
AI
before.
is for, Dominic.
But it was getting killed before because look, like my store, the store I worked at,
Mm-hmm.
I came in and worked at Walmart when it changed. Like when I first worked there, it was all night. I think I worked there for about a year and so, and then they changed to just 12 hours. They weren't
Yeah.
overnight no more. And I remember that was the store to be overnight. Cause I remember like when me and my friends would go out with something, it was like, damn, I want something, like buy something. It's like, hey, Walmart store open. So okay. And that definitely was good for those college kids in UMBC. But yeah, they yeah, because I think COVID pushed things forward. Like
Yeah.
things were going that way. It's just COVID fast forwarded. Um, it's like yeah, overnight stuff is just not there's no yeah, it's just money that the money's not there like it was at a
Especially
time.
when you can have half the things on Amazon ordered and
And
have them
yeah, that
delivered
was another
by
thing.
5
Amazon,
a.m.
yeah, Amazon also getting your stuff at a time, something like that. Something like, hey, I want this, that, and then you got those delivery services now that people got
Yeah.
the DoorDash and stuff like that. They do not. Hey, it's not just ordering food. I mean, like it's not just
Mm-hmm.
like food order from restaurants stuff like that. They do everything. What did the Orioles lose by? They were up like 9 to. Oh, hold up! I didn't even close this out, man. I think we're still talking. All right, so that's it for the flashback segment. So when we come back, we're talking about the gaming news.
All right.
And we're back. So let's get to the gaming news. What we got, Dan?
All right, Dominic. I thought of you when I read this news. Nexus Mod. The original article was like Nexus Mod was purchased by an unnamed, company.
Oh no, it was Elon Musk. Oh my fucking god, no.
No, people
Stop.
people did some sleuthing though, and found a company called Chosen, I think.
Chosen.
And then they became
The
very
Jewish.
upset. Yes, the chosen company. And then they found out that like this company's motto was like to monetize. I think a at least a couple members of this company have come out and basically said like it's not necessarily their intention to start charging for mods on Nexus Mods. But obviously people are skeptical. What do you think,
But why
Dominic?
would you?
Everything
Yeah,
nice is always ruined.
I'm understand. Like, then why purchase it?
Right. If you don't think you're going to make money
What's
off
the
of it, why
what's the what's the
purchase it?
profit in it?
Unless you're like, I'm a huge preservist and I want to make sure that, this doesn't go away as a resource. But it does not seem like that's the case.
You said their motto was monetize? That's actually the motto?
Not like their motto, but like the company ethos is, monetization. That's what they focus on when building around.
This is it. Yeah, man. I mean, that's why I'm at the point where I'm thinking like everything that's good right now is going away.
Will be bad.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. It's either going away or just turn bad. Yeah. It's like this is it. This is where we at now in society. And man, it's like I missed the window to become a billionaire. I missed that window. I totally did. I had the chance, Daniel, but I was just playing video games. I could have did it.
Yeah, it happens. Yeah, apparently after the people of Reset Era found, who was associated with this company, they found that the CEO of Chosen had posted a monetization cheat sheet to their LinkedIn, which was then linked to the Chosen main page. And it is an image of gaming startup monetization cheat sheet, monetization models, play to earn, microtransactions, pay to play, subscription models, monetization success KPIs, top tools for monetization, do's and don'ts for monetizing a game, factors to consider when choosing monetization strategy. I think speaking of, Dominic, we need to figure out what our monetization strategy is.
Yeah, like there is a premium thing with Nexus Month that's always been there. I never looked at it. Yeah, but I'm just maybe that's good enough money, Daniel.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I don't.
Someone said I predict that it will turn out to be a lie. Someone said.
Yeah, I don't love that. I mean, obviously, I haven't found myself using Nexus Mod too much, but I like the idea of their existence and the idea that someone might come in and
come on, man. It's like
upend that.
If I don't got them, like, and yeah, I gotta. There are other places, but I don't trust them. I don't know them.
I was gonna say those are sketchier places.
Like, I need to get my naked versions of these characters. Like, where else am I gonna get them at?
Stellar Blade came out just now. Like, come on,
exactly.
What are we even doing? That's probably why they bought them right now, right? Like, they're expecting to see a very large increase in traffic coming through. All right, Dominic.
Oh, here we go.
What's up?
Somebody, I swear, diversity and inclusion and modding and mod ownership. What the fuck are people talking about? You just gotta go outside, go to work. Of course, it's diverse. Get over your virtue signaling. What?
Okay.
What is talking about? I don't know. Whatever. Go ahead.
All right, Dominic. Next up, Xbox is partnering with AMD for a multi-year deal for their next hardware. I know they've said they have next hardware, and now obviously we've seen the handheld. But do you really believe them when they say they're making more like home console hardware?
Well, they said, I mean, it seems like you're the one who needs convincing, because you said that before when I said
I am, yeah.
Yeah, because you said I was saying that they said they were going to keep making consoles. So
they did.
I mean, I'm just going to I don't understand it, but I understand what anything's going on now, Daniel, honestly. Sure. So I don't fucking know. Like, I'm just going by what they say. They say they're going to keep making consoles, even though they're going to put all their games on other people's consoles. I don't know. I don't. It's just
if there's money there for them, then it makes sense.
Exactly.
I just don't know that there's money in there for them, unless they can undercut. Or maybe, Dominic, it's like you said. Maybe this generation is going to be their turn. They had the Xbox 360 turn, then they had to give it up for the PS4 generation, PS5 generation.
I'm just saying, like, the only thing I could think of is that they will have Well, it's also how you would sell it to consumers. Because even if you could say like, "Oh, we're going to have all storefronts on our console,"
Yeah.
where you can have Steam, Epic Store, and all of them. That means technically any game that PlayStation put out that's on Steam or Epic Store or whatever, you can get. Nintendo don't
Right.
do that though. I mean, so you're not going to get them. But I don't know how
But you can
you.
also download the emulators to play your Nintendo games.
Yeah, I don't know how you sell that to consumers to say for they can get the idea that so even though Xbox is giving their games to PlayStation, they're also making so I can play all these games that's on PC also,
Yeah.
and that includes the PlayStation biggest hits. So and some of the third party biggest hits on PlayStation are on PC, so I can still play them. I don't know what's the selling point. The only selling point would be, I guess, if you already have Game Pass, it's easier to use it through that. That's
Mhm.
that's the only thing I can say. Yeah, I just don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how they sell how you sell that.
I think you have to sell it as this is a PC but cheaper. Like I need to be able to run Excel on this thing.
Yeah, it's a PC and it's easy to use. It's not complicated. It's
Yeah. I mean,
it's plug and
essentially, they just need.
it's your plug and play PC or something.
Yeah, they need to sell the portable, but in console form, I think.
Yeah,
Or they need to go the Switch route and figure out how to make them both at the same time.
yeah, that too.
Although
That too.
I would be afraid if I were them to then be put in the same category as Nintendo. You know, it's one thing to try and compete against Sony, but like Sony has experienced what happens when you go bar for bar versus Nintendo, you know? You maybe don't want to take in that space.
Yeah, but I don't know what was this like. What did the PSP or PS Vita had to do? Because they didn't. Because I always never understood like what was the expectations and what were the games you had. Like, yeah, you had some games. I understand, but it's like you got to also keep people to come. I don't know how much you supposed to sell. Like, what were you trying to sell? What was the goal? Like, what was the goal?
Right.
I just want to know what was the goal. What was the goal? What was it to sell? And like, I feel like with Nintendo, they really keep it up because of their own library.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, that's what really helps. That's what really helps them. Um,
And Sony
initially,
abandoned both of those
yeah,
pieces of hardware.
yeah, y'all seem to just stop, and it's like it's I mean, I'm not saying they didn't invest enough. I just want to know what was the plan initially that you thought like people were going to just get these games, like that was
Yeah.
going to be enough to get a lot of people just to have that system. Yeah, see, because I don't know, because if it's like you said, it was just the same game, just handheld, and
They're
you
gonna buy Madden, Dominic.
like
They
if you
love
have the
it.
same game, yeah, if you just have the same game handheld, but you have the console that it looks better and things of that nature, it's just like why have this one? See, like what when Nintendo had both, they were different. It was come on, DS like a two screen thing, and you had the Wii or something like that.
Hmm.
And the GameCube. The GameCube. I mean, the GameCube wasn't like a huge seller, but it was okay. It was okay. But you had the Game Boy Advance. They weren't the same thing. They weren't the same thing as that system. Like having a
Yeah.
PSP, it was like, oh, it's like having this in the handheld form, but it wasn't as good as it. I mean, it's nice. No, it's nice, but it's like you still need something original and like something original that
Yeah.
really get people to catch on. And like I said, like I saw sales and stuff happen now where I guess they weren't good, but I was wondering what would have been good. Like what was the marker at? And because I would think like these ain't gonna be the ones to get people to grab on for a lot. I don't know. I just felt like I mean I always felt like, man, I think you sold good for what you have, but it's like you gotta keep going. It's like you gotta have something else for people to look forward to.
Yep.
But yeah, but Xbox, I don't. Yeah, I have no idea what the strategy is. but hey, we'll see. But like for me, I'm just in the bleak way, man. I'm just so fucking down. 'Cause I'm just thinking like nothing's gonna be good. Like it's not gonna be things like it'll be good as like, oh, that sounds really good, and then it's like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to afford it anyway. So what the fuck do I care? I just feel like a whole lot of bad things that
Yeah.
it's not gonna matter what they do. It's like I feel like I'm not in the market. This is not the market for me
I think
anymore. I
that's
mean, I
going
hope it
to
is.
happen on a wider scale too. I mean, it's just we're headed down a bad path, Dominic. Video
That is,
games
yeah,
are
I'm just
getting
curious.
more
Like,
expensive to
what's the
make.
future?
Video games
Yeah,
are getting more expensive to buy. People are losing jobs. Like it just
yeah. Seeing things that like we were seeing years ago, things that were successful when people still got laid off, and like it's continued to happen. So now we see things, yeah, and how like certain you just seen the news with Amazon saying that, oh, we're
yeah.
gonna lay off so many people because the AI, like they say
And
white
that's the
collar
thing,
work.
right?
They
Like
say they say white collar
there's an
workers,
end
quote
game
unquote.
now, right? It's not just, oh, we staffed up too much, we can get rid of some people. It's we staffed up way too much and now we can cut it back and we don't have to worry about if we have to staff up again because we'll just replace all of that work with AI, which
AI, yeah,
really means just other people doing the work and having to put up with AI giving like wrong answers and stuff most likely. But yeah, it's not going to be good between AI and the robots. I think we're putting ourselves, and by ourselves, I mean the human race, not us. Obviously, we don't get to choose. We're going to be the ones screwed over by it, but we're going to find ourselves in a bad spot. I think,
yeah.
unless we are able to actually like
And I don't know if Mario
push
can save
restrictions on
us.
this stuff. What's that?
I don't know if Mario can save us.
No, I don't know that Mario's going to save us. I don't think John Connor's going to save us either. All right. Next up, Dominic, I don't think he's going to save us either, but maybe it'll at least be a little bit of fun. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Nintendo had a direct, basically just showcasing this game. Looks like a lot of fun. That's kind of
Yeah, I saw
what I
some of it.
got
I didn't
from
watch
it.
the whole thing, but I saw that like yeah, Rosalina is in there, but it's like a little kid version of her.
Pauline.
I said Rosalina. I
Yeah.
said, look, it's not Peach. The not Peach is in there,
No,
and
it's not Peach. Even though she's the OG, Dominic, how dare you?
yeah, whatever. They're all the same to me. Just brown
Oh, no, how
and
dare you?
and hair. Just change their hair color. Yeah, all women are the same to me, Daniel. They all just
Oh,
change the
no.
hair. It's okay, but oh no. But yeah, what's her name again? Daisy?
Pauline.
Paulina. Oh, okay. I said Rose. So, was there a Rosalina?
Yeah, Rosalina is the like Mario.
That's from Galaxy, isn't it?
Yeah, Galaxy. That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's like the
Is there a Daisy?
Galaxy Queen. Yeah, Daisy's the yellow one with the brunette hair.
So where's she from then?
She is. Where is Daisy from? On like 3? Is that right? Let's see. Don't tell me she's from Super Mario Land. How dare you? I know this all takes place in Super Mario Land. Where'd she show up first?
Oh,
Okay, she
Daisy. Okay,
debuted
now
in
I see.
Super
Yeah,
Mario
Daisy
Land,
just
the
she
Game
looks
Boy
like the
game.
princess. She with brown
Oh
hair.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, Paulina looks like a whore. Okay, all right, I got it.
Oh wow, how dare you?
I was joking. It's just the picture I see right here.
Oh well, you got to turn safe search on for that. Yeah, she's the
um,
original one that got kidnapped by old Donkey Kong back in the day.
yeah. I know. Because I mean, yeah, I know story. I mean the whatever story. It's not really a story, but they. But yeah, I seen that. So I see that. Yeah, they and this one is like a real is a like make a little story with it, and I mean, yeah, seeing destruction, all that stuff happening. I mean, it looks like it's fun. It looks like it's fun, and then people tell me that like you mentioned about the Mario Odyssey guys making it, and I was like, yeah, I can definitely see that in this game,
Yeah,
and um, So and yeah, I mean this is the game I was probably most excited for when I was watching the direct about the Switch 2. So yeah, it looks like if I had a Switch 2, this would be the game that I really want to play. Would be this one. I was finding it funny that I seen the comments someone was saying like, "Oh, this is like a prequel and stuff like that." Like they're really trying to. It's like, why are you trying to make sense of this? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And it's like,
Well,
oh,
it
so
makes
this is
no
when
sense,
Paulina was
Dominic,
young.
because
But then someone was like,
obviously she was young,
"But
but like,
yeah,
what
but
did he
where's your
do to
Donkey
then make
Kong
her
was
kidnap
Cranky
her?
Kong." But the one with Donkey Kong's Cranky Kong. So it's like, how that
But
work?
then we see Diddy and Dixie. What's going on?
Yeah, they say, and then you see Cranky. I saw Cranky too.
Oh, was Cranky in there too? I missed
Yeah,
that. Man.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was in there, and
Maybe this is a clone
and then
of.
so like someone says like, why are you trying to make sense out of this? This ain't no story. Like every Mario is like a different fucking thing. It's like there isn't no freaking like unless it's exactly like a two. It's no correlation with none of these things. I think, like someone said, the Koopa kids were freaking his kids. That was supposed to be Bowser's kids, and then they just changed that to like they're their own thing or something like that. I didn't even know that. I mean, I remember
They're the
seeing that.
underbosses.
Yeah, I remember seeing that,
And now
and I
he's
was
only
like,
got one son, and is the son?
yeah, he only got one, the son
by
one, and I was like,
Princess Peach. Like, where did he come from?
yeah, and I like exactly. So yeah, exactly, because like I always thought what Daisy was, I thought was
Where's Mama
like
Koopa? Show me
Peach
the birth
was.
certificate. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, what Daisy was what I thought what Peach was, and then like they got Princess Peach, and then I was just thinking that was the same girl. She looked different, and now they say, oh no, they're different characters. So there is no fucking story. It's like there is no story. What are you talking about? But no, man, this looks real fun, man. So, but you're the one who got the system. So, what you think?
Yeah, I think it looks great. I'm excited for it. There was some talk around like SGF that like maybe the game was not shaping up so hot, but I think this is contrary to that. This looks very good, and I hope it ends up being very good.
Oh, there was
I
talk.
will.
Oh, okay.
I will definitely wait for.
How did those talks get out? And who did Nintendo kill that person?
Exactly. Yeah. It's Shigeru Miyamoto. He's still angry about the Donkey Kong Country thing. He's still not a fan.
Wait a minute. He's angry about Donkey Kong Country. What's going on with that?
Back in the day, apparently he was very upset with Donkey Kong Country. He did not like that game and the way it played or portrayed Donkey Kong, apparently. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Is this one of those things? I mean, no. I'm not saying anything like he doesn't like it, but it's just that it's just like one of those things, almost like the Sonic America team. Basically, like
yeah,
like the Japanese team, like in the American Genesis, like Sega team and stuff like that, and it's like, dude, man, okay, but people like it. Yes, if people like it, so but why ruin it? It's like why take it away and ruin it or something like that.
exactly.
I mean, I'm not saying they did it with Donkey Kong, they did it with Sonic, but I'm just saying like people it's like not liking Donkey Kong and stuff like that. He probably was okay with Rare going. It's like yeah, fuck Rare. It's like they can go somewhere. And he probably don't like Banjo either. Probably say F that bear. All right. So what else happened, man?
All right, last one I got here, Dominic. Marathon has been delayed from its previously announced.
Are we going to go? I'm sorry about the marathon. I'm just that. But Donkey Kong. Any other details about it? Because like I said, I didn't watch all of it, and I honestly was not really listening.
As what?
I just wanted to see what it looked like. Anything like either the gameplay.
Basically, so like we've seen the kind of destruction aspect of it, but it seems like there's a lot more to it than just that, which I'm excited for because that looked a little too, open worldy sandbox, like we talked earlier about, something I'm not necessarily super excited for. And they showed far more than that. There's some side scrolling areas. There's some like Ramby races. There's what was the one that I just saw that I was like, oh, there's like transformations. Like you can turn into a bird Kong and a zebra Kong, it looks like, or something like that, where you can run real fast or you can fly and drop eggs on people. Like it just looks like a whole bunch of different kinds of gameplay, which I've talked in the past about, like something like an Astrobot or even like an Inside. Those were games where like they had concepts that could be expanded to just like an entire game, and they somehow did a good job with those and then created more and more and more concepts. And that's kind of the way this game looks, is like there are so many different aspects to the gameplay that I'm never going to necessarily get bored with what they're giving me. And that's what I'm excited about in seeing this game. I'm still somewhat apprehensive. I'm not like hearing that it's the Mario team. Like I'm kind of like, oh yeah, it's day one purchase, but I'm also just going to be I'm going to hold back a little bit and, make sure it's getting good reviews and watch some more video. Make sure
Whatever.
it looks
It's
good.
going to get reviews. I mean, Nintendo's not going to let nobody give a review. They're going to pay these guys off, or they're going to disappear. I mean, it's going one or the other.
Plus, I'm not going to be able to get reviews until like a week after because nobody's going to get the game from Nintendo. But it very much has like a rare, like almost Banjo-Kazooie look to it, because you have all these like weird rocks with just silly eyeballs and stuff on them.
Yeah, like the artistry of it. It definitely has like a different type of artistry. Like I don't look at it and just think the colorfulness makes me think Mario, just color, but that's just color basically. All what like in a lot of games, I just think Mario because Mario is Mario. But the art style of it and stuff, yeah, it's like it seems like its own thing. So I was like, okay, that's cool.
I also like that he's got like different attire, and it seems like some of that stuff gives like different stat bonuses and stuff.
Can he be naked with just an option that's just a tie though?
Yes, that's where I was going with this. There's literally an option at the top of the list of attire that just says naked. And they spin around and you can see his butt.
Is he just naked or does he have a tie? No.
Let's see. Was there a tie there? I'm pretty sure I've seen him in a trailer. Yeah, he's got a tie on. He's got the DK
well, then that's not naked then. I want that tie off.
Well, you might get that too. You never know. But you can also dye his fur. Yeah, I'm excited for this. Again, like I think a portion of it in that first trailer was like, okay. And even like the demos that people were playing of it at the Switch 2 events, it's like, yeah, this destruction stuff looks really cool, but to what end? Like, I don't want Minecraft, but with Donkey Kong. And it seems like this is like, oh, they're showing me the ends to these means. They're showing me, I'm going to be, trying to complete challenges and get from this place to this place and get banana gems or whatever.
I mean, I don't know how you seen Minecraft with that, because Minecraft, it's not fun to dig in Minecraft. I mean,
yeah,
like even like, I mean, busting through things is just fun. I mean, like it looked like it's just fun in Donkey Kong, at least in like a Red Faction and stuff.
I was going to say it looks more Red Faction.
But yeah, Minecraft is never fun. I never found it fun to just do that dig stuff.
I had first heard somebody mention something about Mario Kart being playable on like a Switch 1 via this game share feature that they have. And they showed off in this trailer that you can play. It's got 2-player co-op in it. And you can do this game share thing on a regular Switch. Like, how is that possible? Is it just
that's what to say? How's that
video?
Work? If that's possible, that's
into that.
Weird.
Yeah, I definitely got to look more into that, because it's like, yeah, you can.
It's gotta be streamed, because if they ain't streamed, then they lie to us. They lie to us about everything. Everything's a lie.
So much more powered hardware, or these games are so much less powerful. But yeah, that's really interesting. I need to look more into that. I mentioned it earlier. There is going to be amiibos for this. There's also like a Mario Paint mode that they're going to let you do with the mouse. It's called DK Artist, but it's like a combination of Mario Paint and also like one of those VR like tilt brush.
Oh, okay.
Because you can create like 3D sculptures and then paint them. It's really kind of cool. As a nice little, additional bonus. Obviously, I don't necessarily want this as, especially they've proven with this welcome tour thing. They'd be like, here you go, this is $20. But as a bonus mode in the thing, I think that's really cool. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this game. It looks really cool. And I mentioned it earlier. The Switch is kind of light on games, even though I'm having fun going back and revisiting some of the games that struggled a bit on the original Switch. But to have something new and genuinely designed for this hardware will be nice.
You can play my baseball game now.
I can try out MLB and see how it works. What you said last week that some people were saying kind of mixed things, right? Like some people were saying they were experiencing better frame rates, and then other people were saying it was kind of not. Was that right?
I mean, I only saw a few comments though, not enough.
Gotcha.
Really know what the hell.
Yeah, maybe I will. Maybe I'll download that just to see how it runs. Because I remember playing the demo for like whatever the first one the first year that came to the Switch and being like, man, this is real rough. Like to the point where now that you've been playing it and you're saying and like it's actually a decent experience. Like, well, wow, maybe it's improved. So, all right, and then the last one I got here, Dominic, Marathon.
Well, maybe it didn't improve, Daniel. Maybe it's just that I ain't got no choice.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I think, Dominic, even if you didn't have a choice, I think you may choose to not play the game if it was as bad as I felt like it was at the time. I think you still have some level of like standards as far as like this game is playable or completely unplayable. So, all right. So last up here, Dominic, we got Marathon. It has been delayed. I believe it was coming out September originally. I don't know. This obviously doesn't bode well for it. Yeah, it was not given a new date at all. I don't think this bodes well for it. I don't know. My reactionary take was definitely like, oh, this game's not coming out. I don't know if it goes that far. I mean, we're still talking about a product from Bungie, which seems like it would be insane if they're like, oh yeah, you guys just wasted your time.
I don't know what to think anymore. Like, yes, I would think like, no, Bungie will fix this up. Like, if this was years ago, like, yeah, Bungie ain't gonna let this happen. And and technically they're owned by Sony, and it's like they're gonna work this out. I have no idea. It might be canceled, and I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I have no idea like what comes from this, from what we just heard about them, like the whole stealing design thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I honestly don't know what's going to happen with this game. I mean, the way games are being just like gotten rid of. I mean, come on, a game like with Sony had a multiplayer game that after how long was it out, and they just it's like, oh, nah, we're
less than a week.
Yeah, like we're done with it. I mean, that was crazy.
Less than a week.
It actually released. It wasn't like it didn't release and they stopped, which we have, which is crazy. With some things we have seen when they've been like close to launch and then they just stop, don't come out. But darn, this thing actually released from a big publisher, a publisher that's actually like they have a console. They're a console, and they just stopped. They didn't even give it a chance. Like some games, you probably just know, like, man, this game's gonna suck, but they'll be out for some months to a year until they stop. Like they just stopped. It's like we're done. I mean, come on, recently with like Mortal Kombat. like, oh, we're done. Like we're stop supporting. Now I don't know about like, oh, they should just keep doing some more characters and stuff. I have no idea. I mean, because they did a lot. I mean, the number of characters they had in the game originally was a lot, and then they had some more. But just this like stop support, like not just add. I mean, I ain't saying like oh DLC support, but like just like putting content into the game. Like it's a fighting game.
Yeah.
You know, you keep playing, you keep
Right.
going, man. And it's like, dude. Now I mean, sales wise, I think I don't know. I don't. I think it definitely wasn't as good as the previous Mortal Kombat. I think that's what some people said, but still, it's like I never imagined like a big fighting like a company like the one of the best the fighting games, something like that, just to stop. Like I just like, darn man, what the hell? It's like I don't see this. I don't usually see things like that,
Yeah.
and to see that now is like, man, I don't like things. I ain't gonna say nothing surprise was going to surprise me. No, it's just that it's like I'm waiting for the surprise now. Like I'm waiting for something to be like, shucks, what's going to surprise me in a bad way? In a bad way, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I'll say, I don't know what's going to happen next. I'll say, I literally don't know what's going to happen next, man. I was like, shit, like this is crazy. Some of the stuff is happening. In this game, in the gaming space. I mean, in everything, but we're just on the games right
Yeah.
now. And yeah, in this gaming
It's a
space,
small
things,
microcosm of the bad things that are happening around
yeah,
us.
yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, I have no idea. Like some things I just see, I'd be wondering like why they even get done. I say, darn man, you came out the wrong time. This game came out the wrong time. Especially like a multiplayer game. I'm like, psh, why you even come out? It's like I guess y'all started before things shit went crazy, I guess, and I just said, might as well just get through it. It's like when I hear about these companies saying like, oh, like we're gonna make this multiplayer game. I'm saying like, where are you? Who are you replacing? So who's going away? It's like who's going away for you to have the space for it? Because like who's gonna have the time? Like if you got these other
Right.
like games coming out,
Yeah.
like this the space is not the same like it was years ago.
And it's also
Like
so
especially for the
crazy
money.
that Sony's
Yeah.
strategy was like to have several of these games. And you have to wonder then, does that mean they were expecting some of these games to fail? Like basically throwing it all at the wall to see what sticks. Or did they think they were going to figure out some
And I
way
mean,
to like have everybody have time to play all of their live service games?
I guess like based on like the end of the PS3 era and the PS4 era, um, they they had focus on single player, which, like I said, for the consumer and gamer stuff, that was fine. That was good. It's like, oh, we
Yeah.
like these single player games, and everybody was kind of praising it and stuff like that. Um, and I was like, oh, Sony, I guess they learned how to make money just making single player games, and not doing the montage stuff. They seem to be doing well. I guess I was wrong. They focus on that, but they were like, oh no, we need some more money. We need something to keep making money too. And like we don't have anything. It's like we don't have anything that does that. Like they were in a bad place for them, but it wasn't really a bad place for us though. Like it was okay because nobody was asking because there was already third party multiplayer stuff. So it's like nobody was asking like, oh man, we need Sony to do this. I mean, I used to tell you that like, hey, Sony don't really have multiplayer games. Well, like Microsoft games, they have the multiplayer and they have stuff, so it's different.
Yeah.
But it's like that I didn't need Sony to have that. Now I know as a company, maybe like they want that, but there also could be where like maybe we should just let we were already the best selling system, let that be there for them. But I guess you still want the money to keep you want something to keep giving money in, even though I mean, I just feel like I just feel like it's they want more money. That's what it is, right? It's not really that they don't have money. It's like it seems like they want more and something revenue to just keep flowing, like some type of multiplayer thing to flow. Because I'm like, do what you're good at, and people still gonna have to buy your system. I guess that's not enough.
Yeah.
This is like people buy Call of Duty on your system. Most of them, like, they're gonna buy it on your system. Yeah, Microsoft owns them, but they're gonna buy it on your system.
Yeah.
I mean, even the Microsoft
shoot,
did own
even
them.
with Microsoft owning them, they've got a bundle out there with Call of Duty. They know what sells.
Yeah, and like all those the console multiplayer games, they're being played mostly on your system. Yeah, and I guess it not being directly theirs is like they need to be in that market space, and I'm like, I don't know if you need to be, or at least force it in that way. It's just because then it's like I said, like, who are you replacing? Who's going away?
Yeah.
Because the way things are now, it's not like the old days where you had a lot of. I mean, it's a lot of, like, even now, it's still a lot of online thing. People, there's a lot of stuff like we don't even talk about. People just be online and doing stuff, and games are making money from it. But I mean, now it's a cost thing too. Like, how much does it cost to keep those servers going? Like, compared to years ago, I don't know the numbers on that, but I just feel like, hey, if a game had the numbers of a certain game back then, long time ago, it wouldn't be good now, because it's like, oh, it costs too much to keep things going. That they would need bigger player count, and if they don't have that much, it's not going to be worth it. Yeah, I just want, like, what's the, like, if you do a multiplayer, like, what, like, how much it costs, and then what's the player base like needs to be for you to keep supporting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just there's a lot of things just suck recently. Like, what's the outlook? Like games don't. I mean, there's some, yeah, it's bad games, but the games overall right now, I haven't, the quality of them aren't. There's still good games out there. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
just the
And I think
yeah,
even in the future, as things continue to get worse, we will still see
yeah.
good
You still see good games.
games.
It's just about if you're going to play them. If you're going to be able to play them, and like how, yeah, and I mean, you can still play, like, and then, but then it's going to a point where like, if you have that system, like, to play them, and then how much it costs for that game, and then, like, even on PC, because I think they even said, like, oh yeah, on what minimum for Borderlands 4. I just saw an article, um saying the minimum is the 3070 for Borderlands 4, and people are questioning, like, why does Borderlands 4 need that to be minimum based on what we've seen of that game? It doesn't seem like that demanding for
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, from the look, I mean, I know, like, I mean, I don't, I mean, I personally, I don't have no idea about that stuff, but if these PC people saying that, I mean, like, look at the game. I'm looking at it. I ain't saying it should be played on my thing, because I'm thinking, like, I can't play it anyway. But a 3070, that's what I'm trying to go for. And that to be a
Right.
minimum is crazy. Like, for Borderlands 4, that's
Especially when
crazy.
that's like a $500-$600 card.
And like, and for Borderlands 4 too, and it's like, dude, it's games that kind of impressed me that came out before Borderlands 4. Why is this demanding? Is it just, I just didn't optimize it for? Yeah, I just optimized starting from that point and just
You
saying
have to wonder, well, like, what's a minimum? Because, like, are we talking like
it's not recommended.
minimums
It's not
at
recommended. It's
4K?
minimum.
Or, yeah,
Huh?
no, I mean,
Yeah.
I get that,
Yeah.
but like, what is their description of minimum versus my description of minimum?
Yeah,
Like,
because
I've
even
definitely
because
gone through some
I've been
years of
pushing.
playing some games on some underpowered PCs.
Oh, definitely. Because I've been doing minimum forever.
Yeah.
I said minimum. I've been going below. I've been going below minimum for a long time for a lot of games.
I mean, like you said, 970, right? That's equivalent of what a 5070 or whatever would be nowadays in the
Yeah, now,
hierarchy of
yeah,
things.
exactly. Yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
Without
even
the
when
RTX stuff and
your
everything.
graphics card was current, it was a like minimum spec, or like middle. Really, it was middle because 60s. But
Yeah, 60s
you
were,
know
yeah.
but it's continued to run games and sometimes better than, that's what's made me frustrated looking at graphics card stuff lately is I see all this stuff and it's talking about, like, oh, I wouldn't buy this card, let's say a 9060 8 gig version. I wouldn't buy this because I could buy a used, like 2 or 3 generation old card. And I'm just like, if there's not that big a difference between these things, like why is there such a leap in price? And even worse, like now those older cards that launched at, let's say a 350, why are they still $350 after being used?
And then
Like it
also some
doesn't
old
feel
cards.
like
If it doesn't have
there's
RTX, it's like I can't even play certain games.
right.
Like you have
And
to have
it
RTX.
and it feels like, and now I'm saying this in, like, I know there's like a new Linus video where he's like, well, I built this computer that can play all the games and maybe it's just a 1080 or 4K or 1440p or whatever, but it costs, less than $600 total. And I'm like, okay, like maybe you got lucky on Facebook Marketplace, but it doesn't feel like I can just go on Facebook Marketplace on any given day and find a graphics card that's gonna, last me for 2 years, which I need based on how much I'm still gonna end up paying for that, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, obviously, if you're buying used, there's the potential that, something could go wrong with it and you don't have a warranty, where at least if you'd shell out a bit more money for something new, if something does go wrong, you can go back to the manufacturer and say, hey, replace this for me. It's just so frustrating that the you know I'm looking at the top tier cards, and not to buy one, trust me, and seeing prices like just under $3,000, and I'm like, I used to aim for like under $500-600 for an entire PC. And now you're telling me that I can't aim for under $1,000 and get, you know, decent hardware. Like that is shocking to me that we have broken this so badly. And I don't know if that's because like Nvidia no longer cares about video games. Is that why? Because they're producing AI chips. So they're like, in order for this, they're basically doing charity for us. So they're like, in order for us to make money on these stupid video gamers, we have to charge them, this much money for a graphics card. Like,
Man, based on the comment I seen, man, is that look, man, these things ain't expensive. You just need to get your life together.
Get my money up.
Yep. That's what you need to do. And stop complaining. That's what I saw in the comment. I think I forgot what it was about what game was it? It was some game that I think it either like it was a high price or something like that. Oh no, I think it was about the border. I think it was about the Borderlands. And about like, oh yeah, it's $70. It's not gonna be $80, but it costs like they were talking about the bundles or deluxe editions or whatever they got. And also that the minimum, like, oh yeah, like in it's talking about the minimum 3070. And yeah, somebody cost it. Oh god. Really? I said, okay, yeah. You say you're right, dude. You're right, man. Everybody shut up. This dude's right. Let's stop complaining. Let's just get our lives together and we can get this guy. We can get this game. And play it at the maximum.
Yeah. It's I don't know. It just feels so broken that we're like gatekeeping this hobby more and more. Well, I say these corporations are gatekeeping this hobby more and more every day.
Yeah, they keep saying like, "Hey, video games expensive," and I was like, "It wasn't always, dude. It wasn't always expensive, really, man. Like, what's expensive? Like, describe expensive." Because like a lot of people who got video games, man, like we ain't, dude, we ain't rich. We barely middle class. It wasn't that expensive.
Yeah. All right, Dominic. Anything else about Marathon or the state of the games industry and or any other news you saw this
Nah, I'm
week?
good.
All right, let's get into new releases here, Dominic. We got Gex Trilogy out on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series S and X. Any interest in going back to the Gex games, Dominic? Dana Gould, former Simpsons
I
writer, I
want
think.
to, but it's just too much stuff, man. Too much games.
Yeah.
That it's kind
I
of hard. It's hard
wonder
for me.
if
Like
these
it would have
games
to
are
be.
actually decent.
That's what I'm saying. It had to be some quality of life stuff to be done,
There's
or like
definitely,
something.
I know there's actual like non-tank controls. There's better camera controls, stuff like that.
Okay,
So I
but I
wonder
wish
if
it was
that's like
like
the only thing that was
some
holding
behind the
these
scenes
games back.
stuff. Like if they did like something just extra, like with that.
Yeah,
Like it's kind of hard. Like something like this, man. It has to be a remake. Like for me to really get into it,
yeah.
it has to be like redone.
I would love
But I
to
mean, it's good for all the
see
people who do.
a AAA Gex game,
They
a
were always
Resident
AAA,
Evil
Daniel.
4
Y'all just didn't respect
style.
it. It was always
Yeah, but
always
I mean,
AAA.
like that's what I
Oh,
want is a Resident Evil style, like full blown, big budget Gex remake, reimagining. He feels so
I want him to
scaly.
look like a real gecko. He want to look like the
Exactly.
gecko from Geico.
I want him to, man, we can get that crossover, Dominic. We'll just get whoever that voice actor is now. All right. We also have Date Everything that's out on PC, Nintendo Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X. I actually haven't seen reviews on this yet, but this
This is
is
the one you can
basically
actually
the
date
one.
everything, right?
Yeah, it's the one where it's like, oh, there's a human form of this television or this toilet, and you can, date them.
We
Describing
all
it as
thought
a
about it.
sandbox dating sim seems weird to
Oh,
me.
so that means so you can just go. It's like you go in
Can I
just
date a
pick what you
wall?
see.
Yeah. I mean,
Do you go further than
it's
date? Like, is
clever.
it just you just date them, or do you go get married and have kids and stuff with them?
Oh, you date them all right now. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wonder how far they go with it, especially because, like I said, they're describing it as like a open, like a sandbox thing. So, like, are there storylines for all of these, or is it all just fun flirting with the washing machine, and then you move on and you flirt with something else? Because it almost kind of feels like that's what that is.
Yeah. Oh man,
Some
you're horrible.
6 people that
You're not a one item man. Not one item.
I don't think this game wants me to be a one item man, Dominic. There's 100 fully voice acted dateable characters.
Oh
That's
wow.
voice
Yeah.
acted. That's pretty cool. And it currently has an overwhelmingly positive on Steam. So, you know. All right,
Yeah,
Dominic.
I
And the
want to date
last
a
one.
toilet with the voice of Dr. Girlfriend.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
I just saw what you did to me 5 minutes ago. I don't want to be involved in this relationship. All right. Last one I got here, Dominic, at PC, Fire Break. You talked about that earlier. That's out on PC, PS5,
Is this like a
Xbox
story
Series
with
X and
control though,
S.
or is this just this something
It is
separate?
in the Control universe. Yes, it is tied to
Okay.
Control. But I honestly don't know how much of, like you said, how much of a actual story there is to it outside of just utilizing that environment to I hope if it has any level of success, they do, try and develop it into more of a thing, flesh it out, I guess is what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
'Cause
Add more things for us to buy. Yes.
Yeah, specifically. But yeah, because it is an interesting environment, and based on what you're saying, it seems like it has some interesting elements to it that can definitely be developed a little more to fulfill maybe some potential it has.
Yeah, I didn't know there's really like friendly fire in normal mode because I heard the guys were saying like, "Hey, no friendly fire," but I wasn't really paying attention to their health bars. So people keep going getting in front of me. And I like it's the character in the game that says it, not the people saying it. So I don't like because I don't know. Because I'm like, yo, it's a whole bunch of zombies coming. I can't. I used to hate. That's the only reason why I hated normal mode on Left 4 Dead because I was like, friendly fire. It's like, god damn it. It's like, okay, I gotta get over here somewhere. It's like trying to mow down zombies. That's why easy mode was like the only mode that had no friendly fire. Which I wish they like. Come on, man. I don't want it to be easier. I just don't want to. Let's move friendly fire off. That's all I want.
Right.
Like, god darn.
Yeah. All right then, Dominic. Wrap this bad boy up then. Anything else for the people before we head out?
Nope.
All right. Thank you guys as always for listening. You check us out on Twitter. Dominic's at DStalworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. This podcast is at Superpod, SUPAPOD. We are also on Bluesky at superpod.com, at regulusmb.sky.social, and at DinoMan at DominicStallworth.bluesky.social. We also have a website that is superpod.com, SUPAPOD, which has all of our previous podcasts, as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, as well as iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon, and Audible. And until next time, guys, talk to you later.
All right, see you.